there, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and those 3 goblins in a trench coat who are raiding my laundry to try to find the cleanest, warmest blanket. It's nice and chilly. It's been cold where I am. And I'm stubborn and I refuse to turn the heat up in my house. It's D&D day again. Here we are. I know on the screen is not D&D at the moment. But we are, I believe, waiting for some people to get in. So, I'm going to replay a level. I don't know what level, but I'm gonna replay a level. Because it's easy to kick on, kick off. Especially while excuse me, but I'm gonna be rude and try to eat. So, I'm trying to figure out what level I want to do. Go into free play. We'll do locations. Playground sucked. This house wasn't awful. It's a good enough time. The shoe house was not a great time. You know what? Oh, let's do the skate park. I like the skate park well enough. So I'm gonna go hop over into my server chat while I eat and clean. What up, y'all? Stream is live. BT dubs.
What's up? Wow. Ah, crap.
My macaroni and cheese is hot.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Alright. Oh my god. Should not have taken that nap.
You sound groggy.
Oh,
Yeah, I literally just woke up a minute ago.
ooh.
Yeah, I woke up about half an hour ago. Thereabouts. Already my brain went, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. So.
Yeah.
Terrible says hi, by the way.
Oh, well, hello, terrible.
Do any of you have GTFO and would want to play?
I do, and I would love to play.
Yes!
Dude, because it's great, but we had a 4-man party, then one person went off to like work at like for like horse shows, and he hasn't been able to play, so we haven't been able to get a 4-man together. So
I have not gotten
most
to play it
definitely
at
down.
all. I have not gotten to play it at all, but I have seen Mark, Bob, and Wade and Jack play, like, on YouTube, so I'm like, oh, okay.
It's super fun. It's
It
so
looks
much
super fun.
Seb also has it, and I'm sure he'd be down as well.
That's the kind of shit I'm here for.
Nice.
It's a real spooky horror game, but really good.
I love this spooky horror game.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky skeletons.
Spooky, scary.
Thank you. I couldn't remember how it went.
Hello.
Hey.
Seb, Natalie has GTFO and she wants to play.
Ooh, what a game. God, I love that game.
1, 2, 3, 4. Missing 2 people. Which are Shed and Brody. Oh, that's good.
Brody mentioned in the chat that he should be here in 5 to 10.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'll be right back and I'll give Chris a call.
Okie dokie.
That was, I was like, oh, we should be good to have that right now. Then I realized that that's only for short rest. I thought it was for long rest.
What's for short rest?
Cat nap. I thought it was you take a short rest and then you get the benefit of a long rest, but it's you take a 10-minute rest and you get the benefits of a short rest.
Is that a feature or something?
No, it's just a spell for Artificer, Sorcerer, Bard, and Wizard.
Oh, that's fun.
Level 3 spell. Pretty good.
I mean, I'll take a 10-minute short rest. Oh shit, I gotta look at my spells. Forgot.
Damn, it's too bad you missed last session, Natalie. It was real fun.
I heard there was chaos.
It was some good train running tomfoolery.
Anytime y'all are put on a train,
This is accurate.
stupid shit happens. Every time.
Didn't need to finish it and I knew it was accurate.
Yep.
Yup. Where are you? Christ. Okie dokie. Perfect. Yeah, this one was it's not going to be too much of a map there, gentlemen.
Couldn't find a perfectly symmetrical map.
No,
Or
it's
perfect.
just I don't think it's the map is going to be very much required
Alrighty.
unless stated is for like for combat. But even then, you guys don't want to fight here.
Nah, not looking to get disintegrated.
No, not
and
at all.
Scraped off of the floor tiles.
Yeah,
Nope.
and just become a piece of meat. There's that. And I'm missing one more thing. The planar manifestation stone powers.
God, I
Sorry.
wish I knew more spells.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you take a level 1 dip.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's the amount of spells I can prepare.
I was
Yeah.
like I made a druid cleric just like for like an alternate character for another campaign one day,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets so many fucking spells I don't understand.
It really does, doesn't it?
I feel like
Like,
I feel like druids get a shit ton of spells.
like I have right now I have 1, 2, 3, 5 cantrips at level 3, and 1, 2, 3.
That's a shit ton of cantrips. As someone who has 3, that's a shit ton of cantrips.
and 15 level 1 spells right now at level 3.
I love cantrips.
That's obscene.
Yeah.
I can't even hold all these spells.
How many
Oh,
I need to
slots?
scroll
How
to
many?
go from the. I
how
need
many
to
s-
scroll for go from the top of the level 1 spells to the bottom. That's how many I have. for
How
some
many?
reason.
How many spell slots do you have?
4 and 2 level 2.
So many options.
Yep. Variety.
Alright, who's ready to commit some war crimes? Woo!
Who's ready to not get disintegrated?
Me, 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 me.
Yay.
yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to do something stupid.
Is threatening people? Is threatening my teammates to taste their balls an illegal offense?
No, that's just kinky.
Asking for a friend.
If you tase both of them.
Great.
If you taste both of them.
It depends on. Never mind, I was gonna say something and I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah, it's gonna be inappropriate. Woo.
Woo.
Natalie, you messaged Zeno. What's the ZTA?
I called him and he didn't answer.
Oh.
I'll
I
shoot
see.
him. I'll shoot him a message instead.
I
I forgot, when did he have surgery?
he
Surgery
he
again, right?
Shit got really stupid, so he didn't have surgery today.
Yeah.
it's
he
unfortunate.
rescheduled it. So I was like, okay. Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Same. Big same.
And I thought I was gonna be late, and yeah,
Don't
I
worry,
was late.
everybody was
I was late so bad. Shit. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna die.
Nah. You guys ain't gonna die.
No, at least 2 of us are.
So, all right. I just could open this. Save this. Do this. There we go. Wonderful. Well, since I just got majority of people here anyways, I think we're just gonna start off the stream. The stream. Jeez.
Yeah, stream.
Are we streaming today?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll join.
Yay.
I'll fluff it a little bit.
I'll take a little fluff.
Fluff it up.
Starting up my fluffing career.
So,
Great job.
Devin, you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good.
You also said sorry.
He stepped through the yawn.
All right. So, did anybody like to give me a session week map?
We crap.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I
We-
could do that.
Frank.
We had a dungeon
Chris.
crawl.
Yeah,
Alright.
crawled through the train. So started off in the front, met some Emerald Claw scumbag terrorists on the train throughout. Kept running through, spilled some poisonous toads. Zeno got pulled into a compartment and almost diced up by some claw members who hit him with the good old gambling ruse, switcheroo. Went through the cooking compartment where we saw that Zeno met some war detractor comrades or like fellow detractors who were spooked. Met some more Emerald Claw terrorists, and oh yeah, saved a lady with 2 dinosaurs. After that, in the last compartment, there was a whole bunch of terrorist baddies with the main man Bell guy who fucked up Zeno pretty instantly as he rushed forward. All of them jumped off, but I think it was it Brody, I think, who tackled one of them before he could jump off with the
Tripped him.
the
He did a
orbs,
trip attack.
a trip attack, and then we poked him up real nice and got us one of those entry orbs for the city of Law. And oh yeah, Zuck
then
almost. There was one dude who was pretty fucked up as he jumped off, and Zuck almost slingshotted him with I believe a feather fall token. Yeah, we plundered the last compartment and all bundled up, jumped off, and got pulled to the, I guess the building with the perpetual motion. What was it called? Perpetual motion orb.
yeah. No chance. The first time around, or
Advantage or disadvantage on that roll, it only rolls one die and treats the other one as a 10.
Interesting.
I don't like this.
Welcome to Donvi, the plane of perfect order.
I want to go home.
It's like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, Marta has been stressed about this for the last month.
So, and that is what you learn, Zuck, and that's the information if you wish to deduce down and give to the party.
Yeah, I would gladly pass that information along to the rest of the party.
Hell yes. So this is the information that you guys learn about Donvi, the plane of perfect order. Currently, right now, as you guys are standing around and you guys are understanding what's the ability of this place and how it affects mortal beings such as yourselves. Um, na, 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 na. So right now, you notice that the Emerald Claw agents are keeping a good distance away from you guys and the other Madra and the other uh, celestial beings of this place, keeping a good distance to themselves and just making sure that nothing bad is going to happen to them. They're just discussing on how they can get this piece of information or get the Quintessence engine. So you guys see a bunch of Modrons and Quadrons, Petrodrons, a whole bunch of mechanical like beings standing around and working on mundane tasks in order to keep this place constantly running.
Are
You notice
we
a Quadron
like in a
goes up to
field
you
or?
guys.
Shit, I didn't realize my mic was muted. I had said before, Marta's been stressed about this for the last month.
Oh yeah, I know that.
We heard that. We heard that.
Oh, okay. It was, my mic was red again. I'm like, when did I do that?
You notice a Quadron walks up to you guys and
I was
just
just gonna try to find somebody.
it walks up to you guys. It gives like a a weird smile as you guys see like a lack of expression or any form of emotion. It just comes up to you and says, "It is regrettable that he was unwilling to keep the peace. He would not have been punished for damaging the equipment. We Modrons only approach to replace it, as is our purpose. We understand that imperfections will occur, and he would have been forgiven. However, he resorted to wanton violence and rage, and such imperfections must be purged from this plane. Anyways, have a nice day, everyone, and welcome to Donvi, the plane of perfect order." And
I want
it
to
just
kind
stands there
of.
looking at you guys.
Oh, good, but say it's a shame he had to resort to such violence. I was wondering if there was anyone we could speak to about the engine, in particular. It's
Oh,
beautiful to look at.
oh, well, it is a perfect creation for all beings living and residing within Donvi, the plane of perfect order. This device that we have here, created by well, our best engineers of utter perfection, created this device in order for us to understand and know the flowage and passage of time through in the other planes connected to Donvi.
Is it a one-of-a-kind relic?
It is.
It sounds like this is the core of this place.
Well, The clock keeps perfect time and tracks the movement and location of the 13 planes of existence, as well as the orbit of Eberron's 12 moons.
Here's a question, Harley. In listening to Provost Nigel, does it does he sound like a collector who is looking to collect things for the sake of collecting them, or is this for like the good of something or with an end purpose? Would I have an insight into what the value of this to Provost is?
Well, for the Provost Nigel, as he has stated before, he wanted to use the Quintessence engine in order to perfectly time certain manifestation zones appearing, and with this, he will be able to get the timing of these manifestation zones perfectly, so that he wouldn't have to constantly require to go through looking through books.
So we are stealing it.
So yeah, it could be a multitude of facet of ways to obtain the Quintessence engine.
But
Such as-
we are stealing it, essentially.
Well, you can ask if you guys want it.
Well, and I had asked the Quadron if there was someone in charge to talk to.
Be nice
Oh,
to know if
yes,
there's a
of
place to
course.
stay as well.
Oh, and a place to stay as well. Yes, we have certain locations for you. Looks you guys up and down. Imperfect beings, in order for you imperfect beings to rest and recuperate.
Thank you. I am an imperfect being.
With
It-
a
Yes, you
smile
are.
and a chuckle.
Is
Steals.
is
Finally.
is Sebel still with us, or has she branched off
She's
at
not here.
this point? Okay,
She is not here.
I didn't think so.
You guys, does one of you guys ask if you guys just want the engine?
No.
Not to this one.
So, is that all?
For the time.
Sorry, I have one question for you.
Of course, imperfect one.
So you had mentioned that one of your perfect engineers had built this here contraption. Do you know if you would be able to create other ones, or was it created with some sort of unique materials?
No.
No to which part?
It explains that there's no need to make another one, as there is one that already exists, and it is perfect.
Does the engine have the ability to leave this zone, or is it anchored here?
They say that it is anchored here, but it can be removed if any imperfections were placed upon it.
Please, Zuck.
Does anyone have a Sharpie?
Just draw the penis on it.
No, I would draw a googly-eyed smiley face. That's what I'd draw.
No, those are
knowing
too
Harley,
asymmetrical. You gotta draw a winky face.
Knowing
It's true.
Harley, though, if we draw a penis on it, it's like, wow, that is a magnificent, perfect-looking penis.
And googly eyes are not symmetrical because of the googly eyes.
All right, yeah. But no,
Well,
none
more
of you guys have
penises,
it.
you have one testicle larger than the other.
Very true.
No, the thing is, none of you guys have a Sharpie.
Nope.
Don't worry, I have a dagger.
I can draw it in my blood.
I don't think a dagger is a good idea.
Oh.
Excuse me, imperfect ones. Are you looking to have this have the Quintessence engine?
We just have a great curiosity for it.
And
It's just so beautiful and perfect.
Hey guys,
Yes, it is.
just a quick heads up, guys. Remember the thing about intentional lies? Yeah.
It's not an intentional lie.
We do have
It's
great
actually telling the truth.
curiosity of
We
the
have a
item.
great curiosity.
Just the just a
Yeah.
reminder. Don't lie.
I know. That's why I said we have a great curiosity in it, because we matter in fact have a great curiosity in it.
As I said before, the clock keeps perfect time and tracks movement and locations of the 13 planes of existence, as well as the orbit of Eberron's 12 moons.
where is this clock? Is
Um,
it near us as well, or is it in this town?
No,
Or
this is the Quintessence engine,
I see, I see, I
which
see, I see, I see, I
powers
see.
the clock.
Ah,
Oh. I'll kind of ask it, has anyone ever had a need for the engine where it's had to be removed from the zone?
Hmm. Well, imperfect one. Currently, the
I'm terribly
engine.
sorry. How would you like to be addressed? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I am
perfect
just
one.
you. You can just look at me, and I have no requirement of a name because I am a perfect being. You may call me perfect if you wish.
Can we call you
Perfect.
BMO?
No, Bimo.
No, I do not wish to be called Bimo.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. That can be done. You were saying,
But the
I'm
thing
sorry
is,
for interrupting.
if you wish to have the engine, currently it is fulfilling its purpose in the perfect order of things. Unless it's removed from service due to imperfections like the objects the rogue element contains, it will remain here forever. You are free to go and admire it. Please do not contaminate it, though. However, or it will be replaced, and you'll be asked to leave the dais to avoid any other future imperfections.
Hey, can I throw a question out to the group real quick?
Sure.
Guys, what if we just,
One
since
second.
they're scheming and since like the fucking Emerald Claw is over here scheming and shit, why don't we just sit here, watch and wait for them to take it, follow them, and then just murder them?
Then won't they get murdered for just taking it? We can just watch them fuck up.
Well, they did say that if they even so much as touch it, they'll have to replace it. So they walk up there, they so much as touch it, the bots start coming up, they start freaking out again, start resulting in violence. They get pulled off. The fucking Quintessence engine gets pulled away. We follow the Quintessence. On top of that, by then we'll have our spells restored, potentially, so long as they haven't figured out something to do in that time. At least some people will have spell.
It's see, I'm game. It's we can also look at it like it's easy for us to play defense. It's 6-on-3, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can try it. We can maybe follow them along or have someone keep an eye on it. Maybe do rotations of rest and see what their plan is.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work with everybody?
How close are we to the engine?
You guys are standing like good 30 feet away from it.
Yeah, so like
I'd like to walk up as close to it as possible.
it's like what here and like there, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you guys walk up to you, Marta. You walk up to it, and you're right in front of it.
And so is this like a museum style where it's essentially kind of like roped off so people can't get closer to it?
No. It's standing on what looks like to be square block dais. That's of a rectangle. That's like something going on like this here, as it stands right here. And you notice the Quintessence engine orb. Sorry, it's a square, but yeah, I just drew a square, and it's just sitting there, and it's just doing its thing,
Spinning perpetually.
spinning
Guys,
perpetually.
I have a thought. I cannot do it. Thought. I have a block of incense. I could put my trunk in my component bag and sneeze on it.
I could also just
That could work.
prestidigitation.
They would
swirl.
disassemble this whole fucking area. Just... I'm joking. Actually,
Guys, we
Actually,
could
no, that
probably
wouldn't
just go touch it.
We're not permitted to touch it
Wait.
at all. They will forcibly stop us.
shit. Wait, what is specifically incense? Is it just a powder?
Yeah, I just want to make her sneeze.
Yeah, and because I have the trunk, I have a sensitive sense of smell.
The reason why I'm asking is because if it's just dust, they're gonna clean it off.
No,
don't
it's the sneeze. It's not the dust. It's the sneeze.
It's the germs. So
Yeah,
you're
Exactly.
purposely triggering your nose to sneeze all over their shit.
kinda.
If I sneeze
Yeah.
on it, it's mine.
So
Eh.
it's basically cracking pepper in your fucking snout.
Exactly. I was just going to say it's like taking a big ol' whiff of pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for the thing, the statue man.
Perfect.
Yeah, you notice this cube squaring automaton as it just looks at you and smiles. It's really creepy. It has no nose. It has a mouth and 2 eyeballs.
Hey,
It
perfect.
just looks at you.
Is
Yes,
there any way-
imperfect one.
Is there any way we could be permitted to examine this?
You may
whatever it's
exam-
called, closer?
You may examine it as much as you like. Please do not touch it, though.
Is there a punishment for touching it?
Is there a punishment for touching it?
If you wish to touch it, well, then you must go through the you must go through the bureau and get permission to touch it.
I love bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy is great.
Do we want to try
Bureaucracy is what makes this plane move in perfect order.
above
It
How
smiles.
long does that take, though? Question.
above?
To go through the bureaucratic.
How long do you think? Years.
It won't take you much time at all.
9 millennia later.
Above table? Do we want to try to go through bureaucracy and then come back, or do we want to? Or do you want me to try to?
In that sense, our most diplomatic players go through the bureaucratic method, and our most savage players stay here and guard the fucking orb.
Yeah.
I am okay with
I
that.
was gonna say, let's do that.
So at this point, Harley, are the 3 Emerald Claw members, are they just like hanging around in the room?
Yeah, they're just standing away, discussing a
Like, within
plan.
eyesight, just like huddled up like a football team with 3 people, just like peeking up every now and then, watching.
Yeah,
it.
they're just like way the fuck over here, just like
Looking.
Okay.
look. You
Every
notice the
now and then.
you notice the half elf looks at you and gives a grin, and then turns back to his other 2 Claw agents and whisper.
Now, I did have another plan that we could do. We could just full on, if they were to get close enough, what we could do is take our sneakiest players and our sorcerer, have the sorcerer cast darkness, whoever's the sneakiest, steals the orb, and then plants it in their shit.
Yeah, so the orb is like how large is it?
The orb is of the size of a human hand.
Oh,
would
so
need-
it's pretty small.
It's pretty
I would
small.
need at least a
Okay.
short rest though for that idea, Zach, before I get.
Isn't a short rest like is it 30 minutes or is it an hour?
An hour.
Hour.
Now?
Because I don't have I don't have any level 2 spell slots, and I would need to rest to get some sorcery points back to be able to get some spell slots back to try something.
That and the problem with stealing it off the dais
Give me
is
3 seconds. I'll be right back. You guys
the
keep going though.
stealing it off the dais is a directly aggressive action. Even though it's not violence, it's seen as aggression,
Absolutely.
which is a
Hence
problem.
why I was fine with planting it on the other people's shit. That way, when they find the orb, it's not on us. We can easily pin it on them since they do have a spellcaster in their.
Give it.
If they do find it, though, then they're probably just gonna like take it right from them.
Well, actually, since it would be touched by one of them, it would be seen as imperfect, and it would technically be killing two birds with one stone, as we could follow them to wherever the dumping point is, and we'll most likely murder them.
The problem I have with this is that the clock and the Quintessence engine essentially track reality as we know it perfectly. So it's not gonna be. I don't think it'll be as easy as a bait and switch. Like if darkness is cast, we take it and plant it on them. I have this feeling that they're gonna know who took it and where it is. So they'll know the path it went through, even if we do it in darkness or subtly in some way. I have a feeling.
If it's tracking each and every one of us, what if we do fuck, I forgot what it's called. Magic Hand? Not Magic Hand.
Mage Hand.
Mage Hand. Since it wouldn't be tracking a person, but it would be tracking a spell, and since the spell does it track does it somehow register who cast the spell?
You have to consider like it tracks magic zones specifically. And Provost wants this to track these magic zones. So it can be assumed, at least to me, that like casting Mage Hand, they know the origin of the spell. The whole point of this engine is to track magic and the planes in the world. So you could Mage Hand, but again, it's the way, at least my understanding of this engine, like they know the origin source. We're the imperfect ones, and in being imperfect, we are most easily tracked because we stick out like a sore thumb in a perfect place.
Mind you, on top of the fact that there are 6 imperfect ones standing in front of it, there are also 3 others. There are 9 imperfect things in total in this world.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys.
Pretty good shot.
Has anybody bothered just asking if we could borrow it?
Not yet. I asked to speak to somebody and somebody else.
Asking that question.
Yeah, I am as well.
You won't get killed for it.
I don't think. Yeah.
Hey, perfect.
Jeez.
Just flogged.
Can we borrow that?
You have need of the Quintessence engine?
Yes.
Well, it's, as I have stated before, it is fulfilling its purpose in perfect order of things. Unless it is removed from service due to imperfections, like the objects, the rogue elements is contaminated, it will remain forever. You are free to go ahead and admire it. Please do not contaminate it, however, or it will be replaced, and you will be asked to leave the dais to avoid future imperfection.
Okay. This is where okay, guys, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna. Go ahead.
My question.
Go ahead.
Would there be a possibility of striking a deal with you guys to give for like a map of the manifestation zones and when they would happen in Eberron?
That's a thought.
You would have to go through our bureau.
Okay, but would there be the possibility? Do you believe?
Of course.
Okay. Are we allowed to keep any imperfections we find in this world?
Well, the thing is, all imperfections are all placed in, well, they are decommissioned, and imperfect objects have been removed from service and are sent to the deconstruction zone outside the city walls for recycling.
Question.
What if we wanted
What
to
if
take
this
an
is-
item?
From the recycled zone?
Yes.
Oh, well, this is totally fine. You notice that at this question, the Quadron pauses to process the question and then says, "Why do you want it? It would be imperfect."
There are still things that are very functional outside of this place that are imperfect. We as imperfect beings serve a great purpose outside of this place. So, and we
we're
are not
imperfect, so
we are not
why
discarded.
not take something?
Hmm. Well, if you ever do require something that is imperfect in the deconstruction zone outside of our city walls, you may requisition anything if you wish to recycle it yourself.
Thank you.
It extends one arm to the direction of the Emerald Claw agents, and you see that there is a staircase on the floor right next to them. And the Quadron looks at you guys and gives you guys careful directions to the requisitions department, 35 floors down, on the third door on your left.
Does
Recycling area.
the Emerald Claw agents hear all of this? Yes.
I mean, they're pretty far distance. I think.
They're talking to another Quadron,
Okay, so they're not paying attention to us at the
Yeah.
moment.
but you can assume that they're asking the same questions as you guys are.
All right, above table, y'all. You want me to sneeze on it?
No, I kind of want to
These
make a
ones after
deal.
some of us get down to the rec room because I don't want them trying to.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you sneeze on it, we need to get the permission ASAP
Personally, I do think we should try and make the deal instead.
with the
Because obviously
Girl?
this is serving a very good function here. And if we can make a deal for the informations and the times of when things will happen, or when
Hey-
the manifestation zones will happen,
Hey,
then it's
Harley.
just as effective otherwise.
Harley, question about the manifestation zones.
Yes.
Are they unpredictable? So if we were to get this a timeline per se that says a manifestation will open here, and here.
Give me a history check.
I'm good at
And
those.
Brody, the Quadron then has his like a little like has a little bit of a look and comes up to you. For the
Ooh.
information required of the manifestation zones, imperfect one, this will take an elaborate amount of time of 300 years.
Harley, that is a 21 history check.
A 21 history check. With the 21 history check, manifestation zones, some scholars are able to time when certain manifestation zones happen, and are able to determine which manifestation zones would be active at a certain time, or heck, you even saw this in the use of even throughout the war. Certain points in the war, you notice certain manifestation zones happen on a large piece of the battlefield, or or even during times of a ceasefire, that certain manifestation zone would appear. Like, for example, healing would be increased by double, or
And did
any
it appear?
evocation spells would be also, its damage would be increased by
And
times 2.
did those instances appear spontaneous and coincidental? Okay.
They did appear spontaneously.
Okay.
As I said, some scholars are able to determine when a manifestation zones happen, but sometimes they are random and sporadic.
Hmm.
The only reason you guys were able to find, well, with Provost's Nigel's information of him finding the the point of order that's underneath a bridge, that manifestation zone is always prevalent, and it's always happening.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a wide variety of these manifestation zones. So
How long is time pass here compared to the where we're
10
from again?
times slower.
it's a 10 to 1 ratio.
10 minutes to 1 minute.
It's a 10 to 1 ratio. So if 10 days
So
go
300
by,
years would just be 3 years.
it inside this zone it would be 300 years. Outside of this zone, it would be what 30 years.
Mhm.
But
I'm pretty sure none of us can live to the year 300.
I can.
So we just leave Marta here to deal with it.
If you said this, Marta would not be about it.
Hey, okay, so someone said they wanted to go to the
Diplomats?
bureau, and then somebody else wanted to go to requisition.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah.
And then-
If Marta is gonna sneeze on it, then at least some of us should definitely go to the requisitions.
I was
I
just thinking there's 6 of us, right? So why don't the 3 of us who are doing the best keep an eye on the Emerald Claw guys, and then the other 3 can split up between someone going to requisitions and someone going to the bureau.
Well, we might not even need to go to the bureau anymore and learning how long it would take to gain the information of like when the manifestation zones would occur. They won't be ready for another 300 years.
But we can also just go to the bureau and ask for plead our case, and they might just give it to us.
I somehow doubt that they're gonna
I very
us
much
this,
doubt that, especially with this quadron being like, yeah, there's no reason to. Why would we? It's perfect. It works perfectly fine. It fulfills its function. The only way they're going to make another one is if this one cannot be used in this zone anymore for their reasons. Well, you could try, but I'm fine with hanging out here if 1 or 2 people want to go to the zone and 1 or 2 people want to go to requisitions or recycling, and I'll hang out here as just in cases.
You notice one of the currently a distance away. You notice the Emerald Claw.
Well, looks like I'm heading to reclamations now.
One of them he just looks at one of his guys. He comes over, admires it, looks at it. One of the quadrons are smiling and looking at them. You hear them saying, please do not touch it. And the Emerald Claw soldier's just like, oh, don't worry, I ain't touching it there, good sir. Just admiring it. He opens up what looks like to be a ration and starts eating it. And then he just starts placing a bunch of crumbs around this thing.
I was looking at my rations too.
You notice that the quadron sees this, and you kind of hear like a siren going off, like, and the guy just steps back. He's like, "Oh shit, what's gonna happen?" This guy is just like, "Do not worry, fine gentlemen, good friends. We shall be able to take this." And what looks like he pulls out what looks like to be a scroll. The quadrons, and then you notice what looks like to be 1,000,000 modrons. Well, not 1,000,000.
A lot.
You see like a small army of modrons.
A
each
couple
grabbing-
dozen.
Sky
notice that
darkens
each
with
modron-
modrons.
All these modrons are looking at you guys and these guys as they're saying, "Please step away. Please step away. Please step away."
I put my
Please
hands
step
up
away.
and I just step
the
away.
quadrons start pulling out like Billy wax, like the London police, the clubs. And you
Batons.
notice all these modrons pick up a corner from each side, from this wall to that wall to this wall, like the panel itself. They saw and they all start picking it up. They're picking up the whole thing, and then they all turn around. You notice this big, huge door appear out of the ground, and they are marching it through in extremely quick and efficiently.
Was that the
And you
direction
notice-
where recycling is?
Yep. And at the
Probably
same
heading straight towards your side.
And as you guys are seeing this door open, you notice what looks like to be 2 towering, not gargantuan size, extremely large size beings. What looks like to have a giant eye and made out of complete and utter steel. And they stomp, and they don't even stomp. They seem to just hover over the ground, coming forward. And it looks like from your guys' position, as if they are guarding, so that nobody goes inside. And these Modrons pick up this thing, and they move it through this door. You notice this half-elf man turns, looks, gives a grin, opens up the scroll, and they speedily run towards the requisitions department.
It was a scroll of haste. Let's go!
Chog, as you are approaching that door, you notice one of these gargantuan beings hover towards you and says, "You are not allowed to enter."
Yep, I was not going to enter. I wouldn't dream of it.
This thing towers over you with an intimidating presence. And Chog, you feel like if this hit you, you will die instantly.
Harley, when it comes to violence in this manifestation zone, no violence is permitted whatsoever, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Not even like eye for an eye type stuff.
Nope.
Let's
I mean,
see.
if you guys want to test this, but right now, these guys are running off.
Well,
They are gone.
Are they within 60 feet when they started running?
Oh, you notice what seems to happen that they are long gone from 60 feet of what's happened.
Like, as the spell was cast, how far were they from us?
They were at least 80 feet away from you.
Well, shit. Alright.
Cool. Are there any windows?
You look around. There's some windows. Yes.
Cool. Presumably
Perfect
this
square
is a
windows.
tower. We need to get 31 floors down. We have a shit ton of featherfall tokens. We can jump it.
How are you gonna get back in the building?
Presumably there's another window.
You presume that.
Yeah, Sid's just gonna take off after them. Why not?
Here's a question. If I look out the window, am I looking at level ground, or am I like 20 plus floors up? Am I 30 floors up? 10? Below ground?
You are not. As you're looking outside the window, you see this perfect city, and as you're looking downwards from this deck, and you kind of like, you just creak like this giant window sort of opened up,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of look down. You guys are like what looks like to be on the very top floor
Dope.
of a tower, and you look down. It's like, and you kind of look at that, and it's like, that looks like to be 2 miles.
Dope.
So we're jumping off again?
But as you're looking at this building, you notice that this is sort of like the entry point for imperfect beings to come in and look about at this place. And as you kind of look further down, you don't see any windows. It looks like a literal fortress.
I would approach one of the big guys and look up and just kind of ask, I know we're not permitted past this point, but we'd like to go speak to requisitions. I was wondering if there was a more expeditious route than the stairs down to the 35th.
It points to the stairs to the 35th.
And that's the only way down?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
So, sorry, did he say it was the 35th floor is the requisitions floor?
30.
Yep.
30th? And do we know are we like on floor like 60, like 100?
You're floor 1 from the very top down.
Oh, so the numbers go
So
up
it's-
as you go down.
The numbers go downwards.
So is the like would we have like a guess of like 35? Is that like halfway down? Is that at the very bottom of the building?
It just points and states, in order to go to requisitions, take the stairways down 35 floors downwards, and it will be on your first door on your left.
I'll
One
walk up.
last question for this perfect one here. Is there an entrance at the bottom of the building?
Yes.
And this is like not locked to imperfect beings. It's something that we could just enter through like the ground floor.
This will be at floor 1,325,000.
All right, so that answers that. So we can't just fly down and then walk up.
I'm gonna walk over to the stairwell. Does it look like we could fit down the center? Like, you know how they do the camera shot down a stairwell?
The thing is, as you guys go to this stairwell area, as you guys are running through, Zuck and Dabrak, what are you guys doing?
Through the fucking stairwell.
So could we theoretically jump the railing and fall through the stairwell, or is there not enough space?
So I'll get to that point very soon. Dabrak, what are you doing? Oh, you're moving with the party.
Yeah.
So
I
as you
just had to
guys
move the
look,
token.
this is such a weird fucking feeling. You look down and you just see this giant staircase going down.
Like one like infinitely
It's just
kind of.
one infinite long staircase going down.
Okay.
There's no spirals. There's no railings.
Well, I
It's just
do.
one infinite stairway going down, and you see doors left and right of you guys.
I do have a bit of an idea. I can only do it with me and probably maybe Zuck, or is Zuck is the only small, right?
Yeah, because Muds isn't here anymore.
Yeah. So Marta's gonna like go back like 10 feet, tell Zuck, and she'll kind of like kneel down and go, "Get on," and is implying for you to like grab onto her back. And she's got her shield in front of her torso.
I'm going to ride a goddamn
Slide.
Okay, personal information here, alright? Just to clarify this. I do something in my free time in the middle of winter called hood sledding.
That is nice.
That is where you take the hood of a beat down run up car that you just bought from the fucking fucking junk lot, basically.
Yep.
You take it, strap it to the back of your fucking truck,
Yep.
and you just fucking run it. All
Yep.
right? Whoever is
Hell
on
yeah.
that hood has to try for
Yep.
their fucking life to hold on. I fucking love doing that shit, so I'm on board with this
Like,
plan.
and so as soon as you scramble up, Mart goes, "Last one there," and she charges straight forward and dives on her shield down the stairs.
Pursuant to what they're doing, the Brock will follow, doing the exact same thing.
Cousin, take me with you.
So,
you look left and right. Damn it! I forgot my shield back at home.
okay, quick question for you, Harley. Is Shield of Faith, is that like a physical shield? Can you
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No.
Would you like
I just
to-
start like walking down the stairs
Um,
normally.
Shield of Faith is a shimmering field that appears around a creature of your choice within range.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So
I could give
you
you
gonna
I
say?
could give you sanctuary so you could kind of like slide down and hopefully be like a little impervious to damage, but I doubt that'll work. But yeah, no, Marta's sledding down the stairs with Zuck on her back.
Yep. And as you guys are doing so,
And she kind of yells over her shoulder, "Keep an eye out for the floor. It's hard to stop.
Absolutely.
You might have to bail when you see the door."
Oh, I will.
Good.
What I am going to do though is, oh shit, no, they do have haste. It is 31 floors. How long does haste typically last for? Asking party.
A minute.
A minute?
A scroll might it wouldn't last an hour from a scroll. I don't think. It should just be a minute. So 10 rounds.
It lasts for a minute. And these guys, you don't even see them.
I have a reason for why.
Quick
Never
question,
mind.
Harley. Did they look like thugs, roguish types, warrior soldiers?
2 of them
They
are
are-
soldier, one of them's a sorcerer.
Um,
2 of them are what?
two
Two of them are,
soldiers,
like-
2 orc boys, or half orcs. That's what they are, and then 1 half elf who is a sorcerer boy.
Okay, so we'll say... Do we know if the orcs had 40 feet of movement or 30?
Well, the thing is,
We have no idea because they were holding on to levers the entire time. And then we boxed one of them into... Technically, one of us got tricked into the room, and he didn't move. So we don't know their max
Movement, action. Right now, their max movement for each of them, assuming their speed is 30 feet and they are not rogues or do not have a mobile feat, their maximum speed in the next minute is they will move 900 feet in the next minute.
No.
I just realized something. Quick question. Isn't that duration half?
no.
Wait,
Oh, damn. What?
why wouldn't it be... what kind of magic is halved? Oh, illusionary magic.
Repeated illusion.
Illusionary magic is halved.
This is evocation.
Yeah. That's why when he brought up the darkness spell, I looked it up, and it's a darkness is an evocation.
Okay.
So they can move 900 feet right now. How
So-
much space is in between each floor door? Like, how many feet? So when we get to floor 2, how much space is between floor 2's door and floor 3's door?
It is a long time. You can tell by looking at between all of these doors that most of them are standing sort of like apart from each other, like around 30 feet.
And at some point, we will catch up to them a bit because they will all end up stunned for a round. Once the haste wears off, they're stunned for a round, so they'll lose that
Yeah.
movement.
Question about that though. So we are going to catch
Yeah.
up, right? We are? Awesome. I'm gonna
Well, they left
prep
long
some
before
stuff.
you guys did.
Yeah, we're like
catch up.
we are flying right now. So unless if you
We'll
have a
catch up to them eventually, hopefully before floor 31, below us.
if you have a spell that could propel us forward faster,
I don't, and I don't have any more.
I do.
Slots. That's why.
Wait.
Oh, you do?
Harley, as they're jumping, I'm gonna use my gust of wind from my fan.
oh,
Shoot at them.
Pushing them.
Propel
Oh
them.
gosh, I don't like the fact that
Godspeed,
No.
men.
I don't
and
like the
woman.
fact
No,
that
Godspeed.
Zuck and the Brack are
guys.
now going Mach speed.
yeah,
Excuse me,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
Yes.
Ludovic and Debrak, you guys are sort of jumping on with each other, sliding down, and I can assume Marta and Zuck are doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, Marta's leading the charge.
Alright, so you guys are sliding down extremely quickly, and doors and floors are just passing by you guys.
Zuck, I hope you're counting.
And it's at this point here, I would like you guys that are not leading the sled and are looking around, give me perception checks. So Ludovic and Zuck, give me perception checks with disadvantage.
And I don't know guidance.
That's fully fair. Ah. Yep.
That's very good.
Feel more lucky with a roll, please.
Oh, sweet, it's gonna be nice tomorrow.
So Shed and Chog, you guys just notice your two friends are just sliding ahead of you guys down the stairs very quickly, very
Oh,
dangerously, and some fun stuff's gonna happen from them. But Shed and Chog, you guys are just going down the stairs, and you guys are just walking down the stairs, or just like a quick pace. And
The ultimate cardio.
and through your duration of time, you guys are able to get there within approximately 1 hour. As for Marta and Zuck and Ludovic, what are you guys' perception checks?
11.
The
Well,
DC.
it would have been a nat 20, but since disadvantage is a thing, it's a 16 plus 1, so a 17.
As me being the sledder, am I allowed to make a perception check or no?
No, you're guiding this thing.
Okay,
and
that's
you're
what I
looking
thought.
Down to your
Focused
oblivion.
on survival.
I'm making sure we don't slam into a wall.
Technically, I would be guiding her, so she doesn't hit a wall.
Don't worry. It's just one big staircase going down.
It's a
It doesn't
team effort.
spiral. It doesn't turn. It's just one big staircase going down. But as you guys are going, I'm just sorry to say this, but you guys are going for a while now, and you do not see it. And Zuck, in the last sort of moment, you guys now see that you are on 450.
We are on 450. Okay.
While Shed and Chog are walking down, Shed's just gonna turn to Chog and be like, "Do you have any healing potions?"
Let me check real quick.
Also, the Marta and Dabrak, you guys are picking up a lot of speed, and
Marta,
will be
How's
deadly.
Ludovic doing though?
Marta is trying. Marta has like dropped her feet and has like tried to like maneuver one arm off to grab her hammer and put the hammer in front of them to start to slow down and kind of
I'm
break.
using my rations and every heavy not my rations, my what's it called? Rope. I'm using my rope and every heavy object that I have to basically anchor ourselves. Kind of giving us something to drag.
Yeah, my feet are dragging.
Yeah.
The warhammer is out in front of me.
Your feet are hitting every single stair right now.
Yep.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
Yep, I know.
You feel like if you keep doing this, your feet are gonna be gone. You place the hammer in front of you in order to slow yourself down. Give me an athletics check.
Awesome.
Dabrak, how are you trying to do to stop?
Let me check my inventory.
I was gonna say cousin teamwork. I grab my dagger, just stab.
Oh, you stab him in the ground. I'm sorry, Ludovic. Your dagger breaks.
Yeah, that's a
Can I
7 on that athletics check.
I'd like to try use my hooked blade to grab onto something.
As you're using your hook blade to grab onto something, it just keeps hitting the ground. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Wait, what did Ludwig roll for his perception?
Bad.
11.
That's a
Oh,
17.
you rolled 11. Okay.
With a 17, as you're going down the staircases there, and you guys are essentially at the same speed as Marta, you're able to grab the side, and you're just going down these stairs, and man, that sword is just ruined now. And you do come to a halt as you do this to slow yourself down.
I do,
And
or Dabrak?
Dabrak does.
Yeah, I'm still flying.
You're Marta, as you're using your warhammer in front of you, it's just going and like just hitting step after step after step after step. And you feel like if you continue any further, your warhammer will be in jeopardy. But you do come to a stop as you guys are doing everything in your power to stop.
I was just gonna ask Zuck to use his featherfall tokens to see if that would slow us down.
I'm not the one with featherfall tokens. I used a featherfall token.
Ah.
All of them.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
That's unfortunate.
Chog and Shed, you arrive to the 35th floor and you open the door.
Also, like on the way down, I will Shed. I'll give you a regular potion of healing. So that's 2d4 plus 2 for you.
Okay.
Harley, how many floors? What floor did we finally stop on?
Marta and Zuck, you guys stopped at floor 70. Dabrak and Ludovic, you stopped at floor 60.
So you said 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, how much health do I get back?
Zuck,
Hey, I get 10 hit points back.
Zuck, your
Oh,
movement
max
speed. Zuck, your movement speed is 25, right?
30.
30? Okay, cool.
Oh, no, 8. I get 8. I counted wrong. Let's put it
All
in-
good.
Well, I guess we're running up now.
Yep.
Grabs her shit and starts, like, hoofing it up the stairs.
Huh, this is a nice requisitions department. I'm glad we didn't do anything stupid.
Oh, so Chog and Shed, as you guys enter the requisitions department, you hear beautiful music being
Oh, wait,
played
Natalie.
in the background.
Yeah, what's up, Zuck?
Oh, never mind. That's probably not going to work. I was going to say, what if we make a mess right underneath our feet? Would they have to take the stairs that we're standing on to the rec zone? But they would probably tell us to get the fuck off the stairs.
Yeah, they would not take us with the stairs. I mean, hey, Harley, that's a good question. I was thinking about this, and I was worried about this as we were flying down the stairs. As we were flying down the stairs, did we damage the stairs?
No.
Interesting. And my
Marta-
Warhammer trying to stop us going really fast didn't damage the steps?
No.
Cool. Okay.
As you look, so Marta, as you did use your feet to stop a while back, and it fucking hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I anticipated that. I did what I did.
You take, Marta, you take 14 points of damage. Your feet fucking hurts right now. You feel like they're bleeding.
I'll use a level 2 cure wounds while we're running up.
I mean, I can just hand you a potion of healing.
Sure, that'll work as well.
Yep, go for that. Save your spells.
It's a regular one, right?
Yep.
I'm not using the D4s on the table. They fucking suck.
So, you two got you four are going up the stairs extremely quickly. If you wish to catch up and get there as quickly as you can, what you guys can do for me is, if you wish to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, I'm good at those.
I am too. I'm not bad.
So the thing is, will be a Constitution saving throw to make sure you guys do not suffer a level of exhaustion.
That's
I
fine.
do have a question, Harley.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
from my character background, my character has the feature of steady,
Mm-hmm.
which you can move twice the normal amount of time. Would that be able to work in this case? No.
That was for overland travel and like traveling from point A to point B. It would not be applied here.
Harley, that's a
Even if you try and
16.
get back to the rest of the group, since it is getting from point A to point B.
I think it's more meant to be as like a traveling feat, like when you're traveling from location, like place to place, amidst normal travel.
Yeah.
Harley,
But,
that's a 16 for
yeah.
that con save.
So yeah, if you guys wish to go ahead and do this Constitution saving throw, the DC for this will be 12.
21.
16.
21. Nice.
13.
20, so I'm fine.
Nice. So you guys were able to quickly hurry the fuck up and get to floor 35, and the door is on your guys' right, going up the stairs. You find the door. Chog and Shad, you guys are here way before the other guys, as they just slid their
Blasted
way almost to
past.
near oblivion, where it's like, man, I could just like
Harley,
It just
you
died.
Harley, you gotta
It
admit,
died.
it was a great idea. You gotta
It's
admit,
like-
it was a great idea.
It's it's to a point where it's like if I really want to go for it, and Marta, you rolled the athletics check of a 7, I would have just started saying that you start taking a shit ton of bludgeoning damage as
Yeah.
you guys fail and tumble and go.
Yeah.
Like if you ever fell down the stairs a really long way,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to stop,
Yeah.
especially with the momentum you guys were going at.
Yeah.
Shed and Chog, do you guys wait?
No, we're gonna open that
All right,
door
you guys
to
go
the
inside.
requisitions department.
As you guys go inside, you notice immediately that the Emerald Claw agents are in a queue. There are there are a bunch of lines everywhere. And you notice that in their queue, they are just way ahead of you. Way, way, way ahead.
Wait, you said they're in a cube?
Q.
Like a
Oh,
line
in a
Q
around.
queue.
E
Oh, I
Q
see, I
E
see,
U
okay.
E Q U E U E. I always fuck up the
Okay, so you
spelling.
said there's a bunch of lines. Right?
Yep. And you notice like these beautiful little batons standing around and ropes being led to each one of these queue lines. It looks like the DMV.
Is there a shorter queue line than the one they're in?
You know what? Shed for that. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Now the thing is, you're gonna roll a 10.
Oh. Well, okay.
What if
rolled a
I
10.
give him advantage while he's looking?
It
for
will still be a 10, and you're not there.
Well, I thought if
forgot
I
that
thought
one,
if
so
you
I was
roll
thinking.
with advantage, you roll one die and then the other one is a 10. If you roll advantage or disadvantage, you just roll the one die, and one of the die is a 10, and then you roll the other one.
Can Shaw give me advantage? Is he standing right there?
I can give. I'll lift you on my back
there you
to
go.
give you a
So,
boost so you can have a good
if
look.
the creature has advantage or disadvantage on that roll, it only rolls one die and
Right.
treats the other one as 10.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, here goes
So,
my
yeah.
one die then. I got a 10 anyways.
So you got 10 total?
Yeah, I got a 10 total.
All right, so with
Well,
the
do
other
you-
10 on the die, what is your
Modification, yeah.
Yeah,
modifier?
what's your perception?
Oh, my perception is... Oh, my perception modifier is +3.
+3? You look around, you can't find it. You can't find a shorter line.
Damn.
And so these queues are they like to like people that are working here, or like to containers that have all these all the like
So you
recycled
notice
materials?
like a bunch of cubicles that goes on like you notice a bunch of cubicles that look like they go on forever. And as you go into one of the lines, as you guys are not going to wait for the other party members,
I feel safe up here on Chuck's shoulders.
as you guys are just standing there, you're just waiting in line. Do you guys wait for the rest of the party, or you guys are going to do this on your own?
I mean, I think we should just do it on our own. We're here. We're ahead of them. We don't really have time.
On top of that, technically a queue is a queue. You're going to be waiting no matter what.
Well, if somebody else comes in and does a perception check, it might increase into your favor. Though the thing is,
We could also have multiple people in multiple queues.
it'll be better if you guys stick together, because then it's going to be real fun for me.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess we'll we'll keep looking for a bit.
It was like, oh yeah, the party is split up and not together. Oh fuck yeah!
What if
Oh,
we split
man.
up the party in 7 ways?
I will destroy them. I would destroy you guys in bureaucracy. Yeah, I would. I am not joking. I'm not holding back on this one.
I will
So,
heed the
you
advice
guys-
from above.
So, do you guys wish to, as you guys are looking around, about to go into a queue, does Shed and Chog wait a little bit of time And as you guys are looking at the line, it's not going fast. You just notice that the Emerald Claw agents are just ahead of you for a good bit.
I
Maybe
assume there's not like a lot of like there's not like new people like continuously coming in.
you notice a couple of them teleporting in.
Good.
Okay.
You notice like what looks like to be 3 dudes in cloaked robes with orbs of light just floating, and they're just like pass by you. One of them gives you a nod and just goes into one of the lines.
What do you think, Chuck? Think we should wait?
Yeah, it seems like they're already ahead of us on the queue. I mean, we're not gonna get there any faster. It seems like may as well wait a little bit.
All right.
As you guys wait a bit, 30 minutes passes by and they have moved forward quite a large amount. And you guys see behind you guys a door opens and you see the rest of your party members sweaty as fuck.
Well, so what took you guys so long?
Too fast. Lots of stairs.
Furious.
Feet.
Family.
Doors.
Fucking stairs!
I lost my favorite dagger.
It's a
What are-
shattered blade.
What?
Dabarak, as you look at your hooked blade, it's no longer hooked.
It's a blade.
It's just
It's fucking jagged and
it's
pointy.
A long sword.
fucking blunt right now. It is so fucking wrecked.
Oh man.
And March is
And
just
then
kind
both
of,
of you,
where
like,
do we need to go? And she's like holding like her side, like leaning over, like, ow, where are they?
You guys point and you notice a queue, a line that the Emerald Claw agents are in, and in that line they look like they are 1/3 of the 2/3 of the way in.
Zuck, help me find a shorter line.
I will stand atop your head.
What's
Shoulders.
what's your perception? Is it mine's +6?
Yours is gonna be way better than mine. It's +1.
So you could point and be like, that way? Maybe that way?
Absolutely, I'll give you fucking.
Maybe there. Go
Maybe.
ahead and make me a
Please be a natural 20.
Check.
I'll
That's
do the same
pretty-
thing with a Dabarak.
That's pretty good. That's
Oh
21.
wait, I forgot that we do. Oh wait, no. Even with disadvantage, it is 2 rolls, isn't it?
No, with disadvantage, 1 is a 10, and then you roll 1 die. So
Yep.
Instead of-
so technically, my nat 20 wasn't nat 20, but it technically was a 10.
if you roll at disadvantage, yes.
Gotcha. Cool.
I was like, almost rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll keep that
So
in mind for later.
any
Fucked up
point
the
where you would have to roll 2d20s, just roll 1, and the other one is automatically a 10, and then you add your modifier to that.
Dope. Cool.
Harley, that is a 21 perception check.
With that, you notice one of the queues seems to be going at a bit of a faster pace.
Come on, Zuck, you're with me.
Once again, I'm still on your shoulders. At this point, I just popped open a Panos' fucking meal and
Yeah,
So
it's
you guys.
and I'll follow suit, and I'm trying to like look at my ration, like, please tell me you put some juice in this. So we're
you
snacking
guys,
in line.
So I'm just assuming that you guys just go and follow into this line and just wait in that queue then.
Yeah.
How, relative to the other guys, how far are we?
For you guys,
In this
So.
faster queue.
in this faster line queue, you guys notice that you guys are catching up to them quite a bit.
Right on.
Is it like
And you
3
guys-
lines beside them? Like how?
Yeah,
like
you
how
notice
far
that
in distance?
you notice that you look at one of the lines and you're just like, okay, this one, and you notice that this one goes a little bit quicker, and you guys are standing in that line to go into the requisitions. And
It's like picking the line at a
after
roller
some-
coaster.
after some time passes, you notice that they are already at a desk, but by taking this line, you guys are already you guys are 2/3 of the way in this line quite quickly.
Am I close enough to notice if they're succeeding on their persuasion, or I don't know if it would be persuasion.
You
they're trying to
would
do,
not
but-
be able to tell.
Should someone have stayed out of queue to follow them in case they leave again?
Absolutely. Or make a mess in like up, like
We
stand
can
on
always leave the
fucking
queue.
floor above and just make
Yeah,
a
we can always
mess
leave the
along
queue.
a shit ton of steps. That way they'll be stuck.
I would be fine with having one person at the entryway or the exit, whichever.
Me,
I will stand at the exit.
let me. Okay.
Wait. Leave the queue whenever. No need to leave right now.
So there is like 2 exits. One leaving requisitions office in order to get what you want, and one the exit to where you came in.
Shit. So we.
I
have to
assume
go
you
through
can't just waltz through the one where you get what you like the other one that's not the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a long process. And
However,
you guys are standing in line, waiting, going through the motion of the ocean, just standing around. Whatever you guys do, you guys are within this line. But Zuck, as you are standing there, you notice what looks like to be. Here, I got some descriptions for you guys. Hell yes.
Whoa.
So,
Hell yeah.
so step 1, waiting in line. The
Ah.
party will need to proceed to the front of the line in an orderly manner. If they try to cut through the line to reach the Emerald Claw agents, they are immediately locked in place by another beam of light, paralyzed, and then destroyed. Then approached by a construct in the shape of a 5-pointed star bearing an eye on each point. This is what looks like to be would be a pentadrone, the highest authority in this area of the base of the Modrons, and it would usher you guys to go to the back of the line.
After it destroyed us?
Huh?
It just
Just
dump.
let the
It
one
just
person cut.
it just dumps your remains at the front of the line
It will dump your remains at the back of the line.
or back of the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys succeeded on a DC 15 Wisdom Perception check, you're able to pick up the fastest moving line,
Which we got.
which you guys got. So, a little nice description. You wait patiently in line for what seems like forever. In front of you, what looks like to be are 3 ant-like creatures gazing at one another. Not a single word spoken, and yet you sense they are in deep conversation. Behind you waits what looks like to be a plate-armored celestial with wings of fire, followed by what looks like to be by 2 cloaked figures floating several inches off the ground. Their masked faces concealing a luminous ball of light, and your lines moves painfully slowly.
I'm sorry, Harley. Did you say ent, E-N-T, or ant, A-N-T?
Ants.
Ants. Okay, I didn't know if you were if it was like tree ants or if it was in fact ants.
Ants. Ants people.
Excellent. Love it.
have we been in line long enough for like a short rest?
That's
Or
actually really funny.
Where's that?
Where this, I'll give you guys a short rest.
Hey.
So apply that to however you wish. So that is your guys' description. So as you guys are waiting in line, you just see these entities. One of the flaming angels, as you guys are just looking around,
The angels
the
are directly
flaming-
behind us.
it's right behind you with wings of fire, and it looks like it's staring at in order of Marta, Chog, and Shed.
Quick technical question for you here, Harley. On their short rest on D&D and Beyond, on the bottom there's like the 4 squares there with like
Yep,
hit
those
die?
are hit dice.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can expend as much as you want.
But you
So-
but remember when you use hit dice, you only regain up to half your hit dice on a long rest. So if you use all 4, when you long rest, you'll regain 2 of your 4.
Oh wait, are we taking a rest? Wait, what's going on?
We're waiting
in
in
short rest online.
We've been in line long enough that Harley's allowing us a short rest.
Dope, cool.
Perfect.
Hey, Harley,
I also have a question after
just
his.
quick. I regained some sorcery points because of the short rest.
Yep.
I'm gonna use 3 sorcery points to get a 2 spell back.
Nice.
Harley, does it hurt to look at this angel?
As you
Like, is this
turn and look
true?
around,
Like, biblical?
there's no like malice,
Yeah.
and it won't hurt you. Like you look at it and you look at it up and down. It's really fucking tall. He stands 11 feet tall.
And you said he's staring at us?
Yeah, he's just staring at you, Chog, and Shed. He's just looking at you guys.
And I'll kind of like turn around, look up while we wait. What time of day was it when we got here? Afternoonish?
Yeah.
I just kind of look up and go, "Good afternoon," and give like a little like head bow. What plane are you from?
Oh. Hello, mortals. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Well, pleasures to meet you. Where I'm from Shavarath, the battleground.
In my service in the military, would I have ever heard of that at all? Kind of like the Viking Hall of Valhalla.
From your previous role of like understanding manifestation zones, Shavarath is a manifestation zone of war.
Interesting.
Harley.
Above. Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah, I just had an above table thing too. How do you roll the hit die to get points back?
So, for your character in particular, it's going to be D8s plus your Constitution modifier for each die.
Okay, so I just roll a custom.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
And then add your Constitution modifier for every die you roll.
Yep.
So I use 2. So 2d8 plus 4 is 13.
Nice. And you heal that many. You heal that many hit points, and if you click on the short rest button, you would have certain abilities regained.
Yep.
Above table, I had a question to the group on their opinion.
Yo.
Shoot.
I can potentially vortex warp the main guy in back of the line. Should I do this, or will this get me instantly?
That might get you in trouble.
Yeah, that might get you in trouble because it's an act of aggression against them technically.
But it's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro.
Well, and the other problem is that you can only do it to one creature, so you're not moving all of the Emerald Claw to the back of the line, just one guy.
Yeah, I could do it to 2 of them.
Yeah, and there's 3. So it would be an act of aggression, there would still be one of them at the desk.
Also, you guys are way out of spell range to be affecting them.
Okay. That's what I was asking earlier, how far
they're
we were.
already at their queue, and they leave and go through the door.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so when we
if you
see
can't
them leave,
cut in the line.
How far are we from our cubicle that we're waiting for? Our window?
For your cubicle,
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It feels like you guys are going to be waiting here forever, but do not worry. As you guys, I'm just going to move you guys ahead forward. Are you done talking to the angel?
I was just gonna ask what brings you to Donvi, if you don't mind my asking.
Oh, personal business.
You said
That's
he had flaming
fair.
wings, right?
Yeah, his wings are made of fire.
And you also said he was the Celestial?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's Celestial, I like your wings. They're pretty cool.
And I kind of
you.
listen to Shed sing, almost like sing this thing.
Dorime.
Oh my god,
That's
I can
cool
hear
wings,
it.
brother.
And she'll kind of look up as we get closer to the window. It was a pleasure to meet a Celestial. It was a first.
This is my first time. It's not my first time seeing a Luxodon. I've seen plenty of your people's souls arrive in Shabarath.
I'm sure we can be fierce when need be.
I remember one. He looked like he was a mighty warrior and has made a great name for himself.
Oh? And what is his name? I'm curious.
I believe it was Poton.
Poton. Do you know where he hailed from?
During our conversations that me and Poton had, I think it. How many eons ago was this? He said he was from Kubara.
Please tell me this is the Poton I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's the Poton from the previous campaign.
Nice.
Oh, my boy. My boy.
I don't know who that is, so.
It's my best friend.
Nice.
Who's a fucking ripped, gentle giant of a Luxodon.
Righteous.
But as you guys continue in the line, going forward, you guys finally arrive to the cubicle, and you notice a Modron there with one eye, smiling, looking at you guys, and he just says, "Oh, hello there, imperfect beings. How you do?"
Good. How are you?
"Oh, just doing great, just doing great. Another day in the office."
Fair. Fair.
Glad to hear you're well. We were looking to acquire something that was recently sent to recycle.
Ah, well, what would that be? Please state your purpose.
We were looking to retrieve an imperfect Quintessence engine that was sent there recently.
Imperfect Quintessence engines. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let me just look through my. Let me just look through my my panel here, and you just hear him doing like.
In true
He's
DMV
typing.
style.
He's typing on a keyboard. It was a weird arcane technology of which you cannot understand what this thing is. But the player's mind, for you guys to know, it's a computer.
Does he have like
Yeah,
several? Does he have like 2 or 3 arms working on this keyboard, or a shit ton of fingers to type with?
Oh, he has 2 arms. 2
Does-
arms and 2 little metal wings.
Does he have 5 fingers on each hand?
4 fingers.
Ah,
How many words per minute?
yeah, right.
Really fast.
Yeah, bro.
What's his APM?
He's really, you know what? Really fast. So it looks
Roll
at
perceptionist yet?
it's really fast. You don't even. You guys are standing in front of this as a group, and it turns and looks at you. Well, the application process is straightforward, but please complete this requisition form and proceed through those doors to the requisition submission room, where you'll be licensed for your object retrieval.
So Harley, question: with my my Illuminator's tattoo and my Linguist's feat, would that allow me to fill out these forms quickly?
No.
Damn it. Not with the cipher, the ability to make ciphers or anything like that.
No.
There's 6
Shit.
of us. It won't take an insane amount of time to fill out this paperwork.
March will hand out
Have you ever
papers to
filled out
everybody.
paperwork at the DMV?
So, as you guys get this piece of paper, you guys make your way to the next room where there are 13 other lines. Though you're relieved that they're slightly shorter than the last.
Do
You
we
select the line, and then while you wait, you painstakingly work painstakingly to fill out the requisition form you were given. In front of you, a group of perfect humanoids make quiet conversation. Their skin, bluish purple, hair and eyes are in metallic hues, and they keep cautious distance from a tall, handsome, red-skinned devil with a confident grin and a mass of long, curved horns surrounding his form and extending far into the air.
Do we see the Emerald Claw agents first?
You do see them there.
Satan. Cool.
Second, can
And-
I make another perception check to find a shorter line or a quicker line?
As you guys are looking around, it's like the lines are much more a little bit faster here, so it's not going to take long as you guys went through the painstaking process of when you guys were in the previous lines.
Would I recognize what the perfect humanoids are? Or what they could look like? If it's anything I've ever read about.
Nope. This is weird.
Are they waiting in line or are they just off to the side?
They're waiting.
This song is so perfect.
Yeah,
It's so perfect.
Really DMV vibes.
As you guys are looking at this piece of paper, though, as you guys look upon this paperwork, and is there anybody here that would like to see if they can make this process faster?
Yo.
Yeah.
The process for like writing the paperwork.
Writing on this piece of paper down faster, because
Hell yeah.
this thing is very, very long.
Absolutely.
What do I gotta do?
Like a
The-
stack of papers.
Martha and I
Paper-
are both
It's
smart
like
boys
22
and girls,
pages.
so-
Paperwork is part
Yes,
of my
sir.
day
So-
job, so yes.
You guys are essentially looking at this stack of paper, which looks like to be 30 pages long.
There are three
Damn.
people
Alright,
here who are all very smart and capable, alright?
How are we gonna make this faster?
So
Yeah, what do we gotta do, Harley?
What's
So-
the road, basically?
you guys are looking at this. Is anybody here proficient in calligrapher supplies or forgery kit?
I'm proficient in calligrapher supplies.
No.
Do you have calligrapher supplies?
Utensils.
I think so.
Smith tools.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
If you don't, Zuck has
I
the
don't.
right tools for the job, so he can make you some.
I do, but it takes an hour.
Ah,
No,
damn
I
it, Mike.
don't right
That's true.
now.
All I have an ink pen.
So do I.
Okay.
If you guys wish, you guys could attempt an intelligence check.
I would love to make an intelligence check.
I would also
so-
gladly make an intelligence check.
One question. Job, no action.
Good
1
God.
hour of unearned
10,
pro-
right?
Anyone want to help me with this intelligence check?
What's your intelligence score?
+3.
Okay,
Since Chog is not
Oh,
the most
wait.
intelligent, I can like offer you my back to like write on like for the paper to have like a flat surface.
Who else has the other high intelligence? It's me, Ludovic, and who else has a high intelligence?
Zuck.
I have an 18 in intelligence. So
Oh yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you, Zuck, and I'll
Just
kind
have-
of like use my shield as like a little table and like kind of like peer over and like point at like sections.
Probably better if you also do the check and have someone help you.
The problem is that
Hour one short. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
You're
the
fine.
problem is that we roll tens.
I know,
Marty,
but
what's
at least
your,
if you have
What's
advantage.
your intelligence then?
My intelligence is 17.
Oh, you're one.
Yeah, I have
short of
17.
me.
Yeah,
as
you're one shorter than me. So
Gotcha.
so Zuck, I have like my shield out as like a little table while we wait, and I'm like leaned down and I'm pointing as you go through a box. I'll help you and be like, here's the answer for this one when you get to it, so you don't have to like think about it. And then I'll go this one. So I want to give you advantage for your intelligence check.
All right, cool. So please roll me intelligence checks, please.
I got 10 +3, and potentially saving face because I don't dumb because I'm supposed to be the smart one.
Sure,
I think
buddy.
although It is already 10. I think I rolled a 10, so.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Alright.
like.
I also
Zuck
rolled a
is
10 when it's
obvious-
supposed.
To be fair, Zuck is obviously the smart one. He's just not very wise.
Yeah.
So I got a
I'm not that
14
wise
in
either.
total.
I'm just more
It's
charismatic.
basically
So,
I'm wise.
I'm smart and wise.
So just to move on here, guys.
Yeah.
You guys, with a 14, it's a success.
Hey.
Woo!
You guys reach to the front, and you notice another Modron, and it just looks at you. It's like, "Oh, hey there, guys!" And it just looks at you guys. When you reach the front of the line, another Modron carefully inspects your handiwork, then nods, and it's just like looking through the papers, like make sure there's no errors or mistakes. And he looks at you guys, is like, you have met minimum compliance standards. Once I confirm your identification, we can process the license application. Authorization crystal, please.
Please, somebody pass up the. You know what I'm trying to fucking
There
say.
you go.
Got you, fam.
Don't
Alpha
hold it.
crystal.
There you go. Have it.
Cool.
I passed it up.
So,
Before
you
you go in, has the Emerald Claw agents left the room, or are they going through paperwork?
They're going through paperwork.
Okay. We're catching it. We're gaining ground.
So, so you pass. So he looks at you guys. All right. All right. Just give me a moment here.
Please tell me that's Harley stamping on his desk in the background.
It's me.
Oh.
So you notice that
I'm just playing.
you notice the Modron concentrates on the authorization crystal for a moment, and then it responds. Denied. You are not Pakcha, a Fomorian from Sector 203D. This crystal will be returned to the designated citizen. If you do not have identification, you may apply for a temporary authorization from the Identification Bureau. The
Where would
creature
that
then
be?
returns. The creature does not return your identification crystal.
Well,
Did Provost give us bad crystals?
actually, no. That is what he warned us beforehand. That our identification crystals are all forged, which technically means they stand in the same situation that we are. So who wants to get to the
Technically.
Identification Bureau while somebody holds the line?
Are we gonna
per-
filibuster while fucking someone tries?
I'm gonna look at the Modron and go, perfect. Where can we find the Identification Bureau to acquire a temporary identification?
Well.
God, he's about to say floor 80.
Yeah. Yep.
We were on the
Alright,
floor,
so-
weren't we?
So
That would have been really fucking funny. We were on
you got
floor
this- The
70.
thing is,
No, it's funny. I attempted to actually fucking check the room that we were on.
We should have. That would have been the smart thing to do.
so,
Do the Emerald Claw look frustrated as they also go through this process?
yeah, they look frustrated.
Yep.
Yep.
They are
Excellent.
just as frustrated as you guys are.
Excellent.
So, with this, you can attempt. You can attempt something here with this authorization crystal.
And that would be.
Well, you got two options here. So, either A, you just go to the Identification Bureau, or B, B, go to the Identification Bureau, or A, you can try to hack it.
Zuck, that sounds fun.
That
Ooh.
sounds very fun. What kind
But
of...
the thing
But
is, you don't possess any other authorization crystals.
Do we need one for each one of us?
You only have one.
We only
I
have
know,
one
but-
and we just handed it away, so we're gonna have to either steal theirs or go all the way down.
Personally, I'm fine with going down.
Well,
The
has
only
the
concern
Claw
is that
been to the desk yet? Do they still have theirs?
No, they passed one, and then they
They
passed
still have
one,
two.
and they're doing some funky things.
They're fucking around with their shit. Fantastic.
yeah,
Looks like they're-
I have
like
nothing
they're
to
doing
help with
something else.
this.
Oh, guys.
Did the Modron say where the? Go ahead.
So you know how my magical tinkerings emit where is it? Emit
You can
an
emit
odor,
you can emit a glow or an odor, series
a
of
non-verbal
sounds.
sound.
Yeah.
What would be a non-verbal sound? Well, I would say an alarm is a non-verbal sound, correct?
Yeah.
And I've heard many alarms in this place go off, correct?
You heard one.
I heard one.
Do you
True.
have any ball bearings?
I have buttons.
Yo, you should totally slide a button under them, making an alarm sound. Just like slide it
That's what I
across the
was just
floor.
thinking.
Yeah.
I was actually just gonna throw it at them and just make the alarm sound go like blare right underneath.
Now
Blare at them.
slide a hand that shit. Slide that shit across the floor.
Slide that shit across the floor.
Yeah, scare the shit out of them, dude. I love that idea. That's great. Magical tinkering is amazing.
I can't. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to slide it across the floor because I have a feeling the second it touches the floor, that it's going to set off them, basically. Like, all the Modrons.
Not necessarily. It could just be a thing you dropped.
They're gonna... No, what I mean is they're gonna think it's litter and they're gonna immediately take it away.
It'll could be like, oh, I dropped it, and then you just go pick it up, or somebody picks it up. Either way, it's going to serve the same purpose. Either your alarm is going to scare the shit out of them, or it's going to set the Modrons off, and they're going to be like, hold on, there's trash, we got to pick it up. But I don't think they'll throw us out for dropping a button.
That's not even remotely close to what I'm talking about, Natalie. I'm saying if I set it on the floor and slide it to them,
Uh-huh.
the second it touches the floor, that's when they're going to take it. Making the alarm sound go underneath them be ineffective because it's going to alarm set to us, basically. So I'm going to have to sneak over there is the plan. Instead of sliding it across the floor is what I'm trying to get at.
You can't, the
I'm not
thing...
worried about them throwing
Yeah,
us out. That's not
I don't know
even
if you
remotely
can
what I'm
sneak
thinking.
across the lines. That kind of sounds like cutting in line.
Dropping a button and trying to slide it across the floor is one thing. And I mean, we're getting ready to... If this doesn't work, we have to leave here anyway. So if they escort us out of this room, it's still not a big deal. You could... I think sleight of hand sliding the button with the alarm would be a great idea.
You notice the Modron looking at you guys and saying, please go to the back of line. Or go to the Identification Bureau. You're holding up the other guests.
I asked him where the Identification Bureau was, and he never told me.
Yeah.
So he explains to you the Identification Bureau as he points out that you guys have to take another 20 floors down to the door on your right, as he explains.
Okay, not a
6 floors
problem.
down on the right, gotcha.
As we're leaving the line, you could drop that button as we leave the
Absolutely,
line.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
do.
Also, I'll ask him. Can we come back to this queue once we have our crystals? Or do we have to do those?
Yes, you may. As soon as you go to the Identification Bureau.
Do we need to fill out our paperwork over again, or can we keep it?
You would have to go through the process again.
Could we have
Just get a new pamphlet and just fill it out on the way?
I was just gonna ask, can we have new documentation so we can fill it out prior to our line?
So, let me get my brain into a wraps again. Sorry, my head is tired. He looks at you guys and he says that you would not need to go through the big lines again. You'll just be sent over here.
Cool. All right, let's do this thing.
And
Sweet.
sorry, did we get the authorization crystal back, or is he?
Nope.
No, he still got it.
They
Okay.
took it and then returned it to its actual owner, whoever it's actually registered to.
Okay.
So, as you guys, with little enthusiasm, you head down another 20 flight of stairs to the Identification Bureau to obtain your own identification.
What about Zuck's?
Ours-
What about Zuck's
about my
button?
alarm?
Yeah, his button.
So, you guys, with your button, so go ahead, roll me a sleight of hand.
Well, since I'm the only person, it immediately drops to 10. So sleight of hand would then up it to, I believe, 14.
14.
Right.
You place it on the ground. It makes
Yeah.
an alarm going beep boop beep boop. You notice that the animal claw are just turning, and it's like, what the fuck? You notice one of the animal claw agents says, "Are we any form of trouble, sir?" As the Madron sitting at the desk says, I am a perfect being. I do not require gender. But no, you are not in trouble. Someone, I believe in your term, has made a prank.
While they're distracted, can I try to sneak?
Sneak what? You cut out.
Can I try to like mage hand one of their crystals while they're talking to the guy, or?
You notice that because of the alarm, they are at full alert.
Like they didn't
And
turn
if
towards
you,
the guy.
and the
they're
thing is,
do-
if you cast Mage Hand, it's seen.
Yeah, you're not an arcane trickster.
I know.
And plus, you don't know where they kept their authorization crystal either.
My line of thinking is that they were working on a table or something. And they turned around
No, they're still at the
to talk
desk.
to the guy. Yeah, I thought they had like put the crystals on the desk and then turned to talk, so they weren't looking at their crystals. That was my line of thought.
I'm waiting for the guy to tell them they're holding up the line.
So the thing is, they keep talking to get other paperwork done as well, and you guys just continue forward. With little enthusiasm, you head another 20 flights of stairs to the Identification Bureau to obtain your own identification. Hours later, after presenting your ID papers from Corvair and explaining your unique situation to at least 4 different individuals,
Yep.
you finally emerge with your own temporary paper ID card. The Bureau assures you that your authorization crystals will be ready to pick up within 2 to 3 weeks.
But we can use this temporary ID card to go do what we need to do. Like a temporary plate and registry, like a temporary license plate.
Yep.
It's a placeholder for now, so we can it's still functional.
But this will work in the meantime.
Back to floor 35.
A brisk, 2-step at a time walk.
Nice.
One parting question though. If we're not here within the next 2 to 3 weeks to retrieve our crystals, will they be sent to our address?
No.
No? Shit.
You do not live in Donvi.
I will say I hate doing this in D&D, since I have to actually go to the DMV and get my real ID soon.
Absolutely.
So, if you're
Do we
if
see
your
the
players-
do we see
if your
the
players enjoy puzzles and you have extra time, this optional encounter gives you the party a chance to complete a fun little game.
quick question before we start this fun little game. Did we see the Emerald Claw pass us to the temporary crystal, to the Identification Bureau? Have we crossed paths with them?
Nope.
Fuck!
So, this is going to be my fun little thing. So, you head back to the requisition submission room and wait in yet another line, Once you reach the front, you triumphantly present your official identification to the Modron, and after a careful review, it pushes a cylinder, the size of a scroll, across the counter. After confirming, and it says this: after confirming you are competent to operate an object of this complexity, you will receive a final approval for its acquisition. Please decipher the passcode and return for authorization.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Zark,
Fun. Yep, here I am. We've done this before, bud. Let's go. We're identified.
And this time, there is no rolls for this one.
Yep, let's go. Bring it
1111. 1112.
69420.
Is it in a language any of us know?
Nope.
Have we even
Hey,
been
can't we
given
read
puzzle yet?
everything?
You guys are going to be playing a game.
Oh.
Alright, cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
It's Snake.
69420.
Pulls out checkers.
6969.
Nah, it's 42069.
Does anybody here like to play Sudoku?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Uh,
Sudokus.
I like
But
the
this is a weird Sudoku because this is letters.
Yep.
AK, it's Wordle.
Oh, it's actually Sudoku. You have used the letters of Sudoku in Sudoku, and I'm guessing our password is that thing in the center.
the
That
yellow
strip
line.
of halo
Yep.
line. Cool. Do you
Oh,
mind
God.
if I take a few minutes to actually write this down so I can actually input letters and keep track of it instead of
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
staring
you
off
want to,
I'm gonna
if
put
you
this
guys,
into Paint. Let's see.
if you guys wish, we can have a fun little game.
Wait, so
And
I feel like y'all are looking at something that I'm not seeing.
it's on voice
Voice chat.
voice text.
Discord. Voice text. Where's my backpack? You got a fucking book in there.
God damn it.
Alrighty, let's bust out the Microsoft Paint.
Asshole! Go.
Fucking music is so
You
perfect.
guys are just having so much fun, huh?
God, I hate this. I am not a Sudoku person at all.
So, I'll give you guys a hint. All right, just to help you guys out.
Huh?
The point of this is that it's going to say a phrase in the center.
Okay, I tried to be sketchy and like search the image on Google. Did not work.
Yeah, fuck you. Because this is an actual bot thing.
I
So
actually don't know
the
how
only
to spell Sudoku.
so the only hint is that
There's 9 numbers, or I guess in this time
No,
there's
no,
letters.
I don't know how to spell it, so I don't know what letters I'm using.
so players may realize that there are only 9 different letters, and perhaps rearranging them could spell out a word or phrase deciphering the answer. This could be quicker than solving the Sudoku.
You can sky. Those are the 9 letters. They also make their 3 words.
Why do I have a feeling this says you suck?
You fucking suck.
I hate you.
O-U and then S-U-C-K.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Also, if you're trying to solve it and you have it
7,
open that you can write onto it, please do screen share so everybody else can help
8.
in.
Alright, here I'll bust out the screen share. Let's see.
So the only KY, hold on. Where is hold on.
So everybody go ahead and click on Chalk's stream.
I also have it up on my I have the image itself up on my Twitch stream as well. So KY
Everybody go to Twitch. Help out Natalie.
C U N S L 1,
So
2,
wait, can I
3,
actually
4,
fill it
5,
out on
6, 7,
Twitch?
8.
Because I would fucking love to.
So our nine letters are KYOCUNSLA.
Ah, man, I love this session.
I hate this session. For the simple fact that I'm going to be doing this whenever I decide, you know what, time to make a DMV appointment.
So I'm also gonna look at Chog's filling it out.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's gonna be 30 minutes of us doing this damn Sudoku.
Let's see. Speed run time.
Put L in the top left-hand corner of the first box.
All right, and underneath that is an A.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You're right.
S-
Those two are right.
S in the top right-hand corner of that box.
Yep, you are right again.
So it unlocks.
A is in the
Chris.
middle of the left.
Chris, the sixth letter,
Take that out there, bud.
the sixth letter on the yellow
Oh
line.
wait, that means
is
that
an
the
L.
on the top row,
Second
like the
letter
first
of the yellow line is an
row, next to K is going to be an S then.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just go line by line.
Okay.
I thought Sudokus were. Oh shit, that's easy then.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
S.
First column, second to last is going to be S.
In the bottom box.
It's bottom left box. It's first column.
Second row.
To last. Second row, yeah.
All right, could you repeat that?
First column, second row. S. Nope.
Nope.
First column.
Yeah, first
Yes,
column.
right there. No, he had his pen over the wrong box.
Oh, you're okay. He's doing it and you're correcting him. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Chris, after the L in the yellow, it's an O.
All right,
because
so
it could
Chog,
be here as well.
Chog, that is wrong.
Yeah, no, because this one could also be in the middle.
Just focus on the middle, guys. Chris, right? You see where the L is that I told you? So the seventh letter, yeah, right beside it, would be an O.
Is the phrase say unlock?
In the
Not necessarily. It could be here.
Yes. No, because it has to look. If you look at the middle, it can't be the O inside the other one. It can't be
yeah,
the O.
because the
It can't be here, but it could be here or here.
so in the
everybody,
No, because
guys in the
Everybody stop.
People.
Dabrak, do you say that?
Yes, I say unlock.
You notice the scroll twirls open and glows.
Wait, what?
The phrase is say unlock.
Yeah.
Unlock?
Because
No, it's the entire phrase. Say unlock.
say unlock.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's funny.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Something this would be.
Congratulations. This doesn't
I'm
take
missing 3 letters.
This doesn't take too much of your time.
Thank God we have high intelligence people in here, both in real life and in the game.
For the simple fact that I use my resources and use the word scramble find.
No, you can fill that out and it'll say you can do fuck you DM and it all fits.
As you complete the puzzle, the center row of the cylinder illuminates with bright white light. Say unlock, it reads. After waiting in line again, you present the activated cylinder, and the Modron looks at you guys. Competence confirmed. You are qualified to operate the object.
Cool.
Don't feel competent.
It's okay, buddy.
I don't feel competent.
So at this point now, you guys do not see the Emerald Claw. You don't know where they are. You don't know if you're ahead of them. You don't know if you're ahead of them or behind them. You don't know. So, while the Modron reviews your paperwork and making 3 copies and stamping each of these series of glyphs, you look all around for the Emerald Claw agents. And
Krav agents.
Emerald Claw agents. Oh, pardon.
Sorry.
No, because you did this. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a fun time here. So while the Modron reviews your paperwork, making 3 copies and stamping each of the series with glyphs. Wait, is there a failure competencies?
Oh, tell me the Emerald Claw fails.
That would
No.
be amazing. We could use that right now.
All right, that's there. That is there. Cool. So this is a perfect one here right now, actually. So while the Modron, I'm just gonna repeat that song.
It's
I love
so
that
perfect. It's so perfect for this.
It really is.
This last week, I've been calling a lot of banks. I've been on hold for a total of probably 5 hours collectively. And that's pretty much the same sound you have as well.
Yep.
On hold.
So this session is not just triggering for me. Okay.
No, it's a personal assault.
It's a personal.
This is a
assault in the
personal
senses.
offense. Personal offense. So, all right. So we're just gonna continue on here, because I like you guys. While the
Because I like
Modron
you guys.
While the Modron reviews your paperwork, making 3 copies and stamping each with a series of glyphs, you look all around for the Emerald Claw agents across Emerald Claw agents. Period. Across the room, you spot a towering warforge, vicious bladed wings sprouting from his back, his arms, body covered with even more blades that serve both as armor and weapon alike. His bladed arms are crossed, and his foot taps impatiently. Funny, you didn't expect to see any forged here. But there is no sign of your rivals, though you aren't sure if that's because they've gotten ahead or behind you in this endless application process. After an interminable
Indeterminate.
internet no, it's in
Indeterminable?
yeah, that. Wait, the construct assists you in tones. You have received in tones. All right, here comes the voice mod.
No.
Do, 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 do.
Robo DM incoming.
Beep, beep, bop. All right. You have received full ownership authorization. You may proceed to the deconstruction zone.
You don't have the
You
voice
receive
thing.
an ownership authorization certificate, along with elaborately detailed turn-by-turn instructions. So, as you guys are, as you guys leave, and again, you guys are allowed to go to the deconstruction zone. And as you guys go back to the door, and it states that the deconstruction zone is at the bottom floor.
So, Harley, when you say bottom floor, you mean like the millionth floor?
Yep.
So, Harley, if we are flying down steps and we use featherfall tokens, would that work?
No. Because every
Okay.
time you jump forward and didn't fall, you would just be like move 30 feet ahead and then fall slowly.
Oh no!
Well,
What we're
no,
talking
like-
about is get
like,
all the way
as-
to the very bottom. We
like-
see the final edges of the step. We jump and then feather fall.
Like, as a braking mechanism, would Featherfall slow us down?
From sliding?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
What if we jump up in the air and then use?
Like, what if we jump off her shield? Like, we surf it all the way down and then we jump off her shield.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are sort of standing around and looking at this place, you notice what looks like to be a weird mechanical creatures that, in replacements of legs, has wheels and is zooming by.
I'll
Excuse me,
flag.
sir. Could I get a lift?
And I attempt
yeah.
to hail one like a taxi.
I will also flag one down.
It turns its head, and it greets you with a nod, and it looks at you guys. Hello, greetings. Welcome to the plane of perfect order of Donvi. Do you require taxi services?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
God, please.
Taxi services would be wonderful. Do you also go by Perfect?
Yes, I do. But
Perfect, that would be lovely.
I've had some other people talk to me in different other tones, and you notice that the helmed figure and what looks like to be a large body is actually being controlled by a Modron, and it turns and pokes its head out, and it looks at all of you guys. Oh well, howdily doodly there, gang. This thing, a lot of you mortals tend to give me a nickname, and the thing is, as a perfect being, I don't really don't need one. But one of the mortals passing by, come eons ago, or maybe he was just from a different plane. It gave me this little tag as a gift for as recompense for helping him out. He gave me this name and authorization of being known as Gearbox Stan.
How did I know?
Good name.
Isn't this from Harley? Is this a guy from the game I was at? We were.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So, do you guys have any identification crystals so I may identify you?
We have temporary passes. Will that suffice?
That would also suffice as well, good sirs.
Fantastic.
Cool.
We will show
Everybody
that.
in.
That will cost you 100 gold pieces, please.
Yeah,
Done.
got it.
Wait, each?
Ah,
Each or total?
Total.
Okay,
got
I'll
it.
pay.
All right, 50-50.
I'm already paying. I already gave him 100 gold points. Fuck yeah.
Wow. Classic cousin act, huh? Fuck.
So, as you guys are rolling down the stairs in quick, sufficient speed, and it feels weird because you feel like every time he would brake, you would feel like a sudden jolt of your movement, like going back and forth as you're sitting, like in a wagon cart.
Oh, he's a shit
Um,
driver, so you want us to make con safe?
But the thing is, you don't get that feeling of massive inertia. And as it comes down, he looks and turns it to you guys, saying, "A lot of you imperfect beings tend to come to visit Donvi sometimes, and do some other things around here, such as requisitions and other sorts of asking of things of laws to make sure contracts are fulfilled and other contracts are being maintained and true to their word. Because if not, then the inevitable comes, and then they take you back either with your corpse, or they teleport you here."
Yes.
Hmm.
Hence why we ask so many questions.
Of course. But the thing is, we have created a form of gift shop.
Amazing. What floor is it on?
It's at the bottom floor, sir.
Perfect.
Oh, lovely. We are going straight there anyways.
Wonderful. So as you guys are rolling down to this place,
To the beat of some awesome elevator music.
so again, it's the same elevator music all around here, within this
It's the
tower.
same song over and over again.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
when
is
it
the
stops
perfect
or when it
song.
begins.
I was just gonna say it's the perfect song. Why would they change it?
Why would we change it? It is the perfect song. And as you guys arrive and are left to the grandeur of this huge metropolis, um, he points out that, oh, the deconstruction zone is just that ways over there, and he points a couple hundreds of feet in the distance. Though be careful, sometimes this place do change if there are any imperfections.
Thank you so much for the ride. Gearbox, you said? Do you prefer gearbox or perfect?
I prefer perfect, but if you wish to have things to be easier, to give me some sort of modicum of self well self-identification, you can also call me Gearbox Stan.
If you prefer perfect, that is more than simple. Or not a problem.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, perfect. Will
And
you?
he
Is there any
turns around
chance?
and drives into the building.
Before you roll away, is there a way where we could flag down one of your kin or another perfect to take us back up?
There will be sufficient personnel going up and down these stairs. It will take some time, but you will arrive nonetheless.
Thank you, perfect.
You're welcome.
See you, Gearbox Dan.
You say thank you, Gearbox 10, and it's just like nods its head and drives off.
If a Madron could sigh.
As you guys are wandering through this endless perfect city, I need you guys here to make me a survival check.
Survival check.
Domino.
Oh
As you
my
guys do arrive to the deconstruction zone.
Can
And
I
as you
try?
guys-
Can I make my survival check in trying to sniff out the Emerald Claw?
No.
Jesus.
Damn.
Natural one.
I got it.
You've got good survival, because I will give you advantage.
I have a
So-
+4.
Chog, you rolled
Enjoy
instead of a
that.
1.
Oh no.
So Chog, instead of a 1, you roll a 10.
Oh, true. True.
Mine's a 14 survival.
So the thing is, you guys can't really fail this unless you have a negative modifier in survival checks and wisdom.
Yeah, don't we all just roll 10s?
Yeah.
Because none of us have advantage.
Yep. But you guys do find it. With a relief, you leave the large square building and set off across the city. The instructions you received are detailed to a point of being overwhelming, but you are able to follow them to the letter, quickly arriving at your destination, the deconstruction zone.
Oh boy.
All right, let's find this thing so we can get out of here.
All right.
Is the deconstruction zone in any kind of order? A library system or sectioned or anything like that? For types of items or something?
Or is there like a guy we can be like, hey, we're looking for this thing.
Yes.
Can you show us where it is?
That was my next question. Can we search for something?
As you, after navigating across the city, the party is finally ready to lay their claim to the Quintessence engine. Read or paraphrase the following. After reaching the deconstruction zone's central office, presenting the proper paperwork and having it reviewed for what feels like the 100th time, you are escorted into what appears to be the city junkyard. You are taken aback by the neat and orderly piles of imperfect supplies stretching as far as the eye can see. Much of it is mildly flawed or damaged, but the piles easily reach the heights of 15 feet in places.
Here's a question as well. So we got authorization to come down here. Are we only allowed to take the We are only allowed to take the Quintessence engine. That's what we are
You're only
approved
allowed
for.
to take the Quintessence engine.
Perfect. Perfect. Is there any kind of order to this junkyard? Can I try to make a perception check or insight check to see if there's any kind of order to this junkyard? Like, if we go over to that section, it's all the pickup trucks. If we go to that section, it's all the SUVs. If we go to that section, it's the two-door coupes.
So, this is what you see. What's happening as the Modrons escort you down the aisle. From a distance, you see a group of humanoids lifting a steel slab, then one of them scurrying underneath to grab something. As you draw closer, you realize it is the Korovar from the cargo car.
They got here before us. What is that?
And as you look at him,
Brody, your mic's making some weird static.
Yeah, your mic is riding the struggle bus.
Sounds like you're inside a vacuum cleaner.
Brody?
White noise production.
White noise production, my dude. Yeah, turn you.
You might want to disconnect and reconnect. If you're trying to talk, we're not getting anything.
We'll take your white noises. Nothing.
Confirmation. So, as there we go. Hello?
Oh.
Nope. We can't hear you. Nope.
I was guessing that was God fucking damn it. I'm just.
Yep. Saying penis, penis, penis. Yep. It's still not working. Nope. Nope.
Dicks!
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Dicks!
Static.
Nope.
Are we gonna play the penis game while we wait? Penis. Penis.
Penis?
Penis.
Penis.
Panos.
In high school, we did it with brun, which is brown in French.
We did a version of it while we were waiting in line at Six Flags for a coaster, except it wasn't penis.
Nope. I still can't hear you there, Brody.
Yeah, disconnect from the server, Brody.
So I can kick him, no?
I don't know. I could. I'll ban him. But I'll just continue the descriptions here. As you draw closer, you realize it is the Korovar, the half-elf. That's how they say half-elf in the Eberron campaign world. From the cargo car, but his green tunic and arm-marked chainmail have disappeared. All illusions gone. You now notice that this Korovar now sports a full suit of armor, including the Emerald Claws insignia and distinctive helmet with a half faceplate. He is flanked by his two other Emerald Claw agents in a similar attire. You notice that this man emerges from the pile with a shining orb lifted high, a glint in his eyes as he watches the light reflect off the internal components. Despite the cosmic marking on its surface, you can clearly see that the Quintessence engine is still fully functional.
Can I taunt him to try to get?
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Do I? Not sure.
And you know that he speaks out.
I have calm
He
emotions
says-
prepared just in case as well, guys.
He then looks out and says,
don't want
"Now
that.
this is a beauty. Our superiors will be very pleased with us boys."
They don't see us.
Above table, Marta, we don't want calm emotions. We want them to attack us.
Yes.
so they die.
Well, yeah,
If
because
they attack us, they get
Harley,
eviscerated.
would calm emotions be considered an aggressive act?
If it's against this person's will, then yes.
Okay.
Would calling somebody's mother a whore be an aggressive act?
We're out of sight so far, right? They don't see us, Harley? Harley?
There he goes.
Okay.
Would enveloping them in darkness be an act of aggression?
Would killing them with kindness be an act of aggression?
Would fucking their sister be an act of aggression?
Ah, there you go.
Depends how hard
Not
you
if
do
you
it.
do it with consent.
Exactly.
There's no other way of doing it.
You have to charm her, make her fall in love, treat her nice for the rest of her life.
Quick.
That'll
Can they
teach 'em.
can they see us, Harley?
Yep.
Okay, they are aware of us. Whoa, that was a great duck. Shit, because I want to do preps, but I can't.
How do I use
So-
bullets?
As you guys come and approach him, there's no real place to freaking hide in this place, as like this huge giant alleyway is presented to you. He turns and looks at you guys. I gonna need to roll sometime.
I'm standing next to Ludovic, by the way.
Oh. You notice that he goes, and you see like this what looks like to be a satchel, and he flips it inside out, and you notice another creature is spawned.
Oh, crap.
Satchel creature.
What creature?
An undead.
Hey, Shed, you should go talk to him. You guys can probably meet eye to eye.
Ah, yes.
Harley, would I be able to cast a spell on one of my allies and not have it appear to be threatening?
Yep.
Like if I just touch Ludovic on the back?
Nope, that's fine.
That's okay?
That's okay.
I am going to cast a Warning Bond on Ludovic.
Wonderful.
And if I can, I'll cast Aid on Shed, Ludovic,
Looks like you're
and
doing this again.
doing what? Oh, the
I'm just gonna draw a map.
Zuck, Shed, and Ludovic are each going to get 5. Your hit. Shed, Ludovic, and Zuck, your hit point maximum is increased by 5 for 8 hours.
Woohoo!
And you gain
that
those hit points immediately.
I don't
Is that like
remember how to
5
do
temp?
that.
HP,
No,
or-
your hit point maximum is raised by 5.
Max HP modifier 5. There you go.
Okay.
And then Ludovic, on top of those, you gain
The
You have a-
resistance and everything.
you have a +1 AC and saving throws. You have resistance against all damage.
Do I? Or just him?
Just him.
Just them.
Gotcha. Cool.
So you, Chris, and Siebes get 5 max hit points, and he and Siebes gets +1 AC and saving throws and resistance to all damage, as
Yeah.
long as he's within 60 feet of me.
Isn't he just a lucky duck?
I would like
For
him to.
being the weakest dumbass.
I would like him to remain alive. So.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I've been zoning out for most of this. What is happening, and why does it seem like we're gearing up for a fight?
Because we're gearing up for a fight. Just
And I will also, as an action, use Ludovic, you are at a distance, correct? Or are you up close?
As a fighter?
Are you a fighter? Is that I wasn't
No,
couldn't
no,
remember
no.
if you're a fighter or a caster.
I'm a caster.
Ludovic is casty, boy.
Debrak is a fighter.
Hold on, I have to go lock a cat upstairs again. Fucking bitch! Come here.
You really want to fill me in on what I've just been
Yeah,
missing,
cry all
'cause
you
I
want.
thought we were
I've been
browsing
like
the
this for
fucking
3 days.
one zone.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
worry,
we're
bureaucracy's killing me
we're
too.
in the like the perfect junkyard basically,
Yep.
and we just came across the our 3 Emerald Claw friendos. The main dude, he just popped out some sort of undead out of a bag.
Sorry,
and,
this
he has the Quintessence orb or machine right now.
Sorry, this cat is just on my last nerve. I apologize.
All
take
good.
her.
Cats can be,
I'll
you
take
know,
the cat.
difficult at times.
All right. I need everybody here to roll me some initiative.
Also, how's the undead let in the plane of order?
Yeah. Crap. No, don't
Wait,
answer that.
never mind. Oh, actually.
Ooh.
Hey Harley, do our initiative and attack rolls go by the same 10 rule?
Yep.
So why did we roll initiative?
Because he was going to tell us after we rolled initiative.
Okay, cool. I just wasted a
Fuck
19
you,
minutes.
Harley.
I'm just like.
Welcome
at
to
the same-
Donvi, the plane of perfect order.
I hate
Harley.
this place.
Dude,
I hope you sit on your testicle later.
Whoa.
You-
It's aggressive. Why are we so aggressive? Let's go, guys.
Because I didn't want to spend D&D at the D&D.
That's not my problem.
It's fucking funny.
So we're all gonna go on the same turn. Yeah, that's fine.
no, not
Don't
really.
forget to add your
I had a
initiative
+4.
modifier to it, so...
Oh my fucking Christ.
So, are they actively aggressive, or have they literally just spawned a dude and that's it?
They spawned a
I don't
dude
know.
and they're gonna act aggressively.
Oh, they're acting aggressively. Fantastic. I'm fine
What
with that, so long as we're not the aggressors.
Help, help, I'm being oppressed.
Oh my god!
My mama always
I
raised
get
me.
inspiration for that. I'm sorry.
No.
Aw.
So Marta, you have 9. Shed. What's your initiative positive modifier?
9.
9.
You have a
9 to
+9?
19. Ludovic,
+9.
what's yours?
Initiative +3.
+3, 13. Dabrak,
+1.
11. Chog,
+1.
11. Zuck,
I have a +4, so 14.
14. Perfect. This is gonna be great. So initiative order. If people would like to see what's the initiative board and the initiative order. This is gonna be fun.
Oh wait, now it is. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Nope, that's
So,
good.
Shed, put yourself at 19.
Yeah, you already did.
Nice. Zuck, put yourself at 14.
Already did.
Alright, so I'm assuming everybody did it themselves.
Yep.
So Ludovic 13, Chog 11, Dabrak 11, and Marta's 9.
Yep.
Speed.
Speed.
Need for speed.
The undead.
Ciao.
Oh,
Put
I had
him
said
at
I was
12.
next to Ludovic.
Yeah, go ahead and just place yourselves.
Chris, that was funny.
There you go. That's perfect. So,
Why am I in the back?
I don't know. Place the undead at 12.
Yep.
Place my 2 Emerald Claw soldiers at 11. And place my big bad guy at 10.
Shed has just been ready for a fucking fight, I guess.
Hell yeah.
The thing is, do you actually attack?
Do you, or do you wait for them to attack us?
Just walk up to them, like, hit me, hit me. Do it.
Guys,
Objection to
Come on,
What-
bitch.
You
Honestly,
stupid nerd.
more
Uh,
than them. Let's just surround them. Body block.
Yo, no lie,
Link
guys.
arms.
No lie, guys. We could body block them. I'll take the dodge action, wait for them to hit us, and then just wait for something to come in and wreck their shit.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Around them, prepare action to, like, poke them.
I do not plan on being aggressive whatsoever.
We could verbally assault them.
Your mom's a hoe. Oh shit, what was that word?
Green is unflattering on you.
Dude, I take offense to that.
That set of armor makes you look 20 pounds heavier. Hmm.
You look like a fat bitch.
Your mum's a hoe.
Your
It-
mum's a hoe.
Is your barber blind?
So, with that,
Dog, I'm
we're gonna take a break.
Why are you all be so mean to me?
I hope your barber's blind.
That
Otherwise,
was
you have
like
to
that
look
was
at
to
everybody.
that was to this dude here,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's to
shit.
these guys.
the dude with the
Fucking
green
rude
tunic.
cosplayer.
You didn't even match your boots to your belt. What are you, a common man?
You wore brown with black.
Huh.
How gauche. Alright, bio break.
All right, so yeah, everybody go ahead and we're gonna do a
15?
15-minute break. Yep.
Dude, this music is slowly gonna put me in a coma.
I'm almost there.
I'm back.
I'll turn up the heat then.
No, because I'm going in a coma.
Can I clear my queue?
I don't know. Can you
All right.
clear your queue?
Play.
Play.
What the fuck is this?
Okay,
No.
you know
Hello,
what?
New York City.
I'm looking up aggressive elevator music.
Dude, I just googled battle elevator music.
Perfect.
If you guys have that, fucking.
It's
shoot it
just
in there.
it's just epic guitar solos and like the elevator music melodies.
Dude, it's a full fucking YouTube channel.
Oh my god,
A
yes,
full
give
YouTube
me
channel
A whole
dedicated to
YouTube channel
aggressive.
called Aggressive Elevator Music.
give me Black
Bruh.
Magic elevator music. Give me Black Mage's elevator music. I want it now.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta go pee.
You haven't peed yet?
I mean, he was doing stuff.
He's doing stuff.
Fair.
All right, I'm back. Mm-hmm. Ha 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 ha. A is red. B is blue.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go scavenge.
A. You got 2 minutes.
Very precise amount of time.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D. Great. Now I have Jackson 5 stuck in my head. I'm glad you think it's funny.
I think it's funny. Hee hee hoo hoo hee hee taha.
Video games.
Yeah. Dee da do.
I'm excited. I got a new game today. It's all downloaded. Can't play it.
Hell
What game?
yeah.
It's called Lost Ark. It's a MMO.
Ooh.
I just saw like someone on Twitch had like 250,000 people watching concurrent on Lost Ark. Is it
thought you were
is
gonna
it
say
like
hours.
Ark or what kind of a game is it?
No, it's an MMO. You have like magic and like it's a fantasy MMO. But it looks really good.
Okay.
So, and it's free today, so why not?
I was
Wait,
gonna
it's
say, is it free to play?
Free for
Yeah, it's free, but you could have if you paid money, you could have gotten it a couple days earlier.
Mm.
oh, but is it like do you know if it's like pay to win or
From a couple of my friends bought it so they could play it early. From what I can tell, watching them play it, it's not pay to win. You can like you level up and everything just fine without having to get any of the fancy items.
Terrible says it's Diablo-esque.
Yes.
I do love me some Diablo. I
But
will.
like specifically Diablo 2.
Oh, it's like Diablo 2. That is.
I wish. I'm saying when you said you Diablo 2.
Oh, yeah, I like Diablo 2. I played the most Diablo 3, but I did play Diablo 2 way back in the day with the battle chest.
Yeah, I just clicked images for the game and instantly I just get boobs in my face.
I am
So
downloading it
that
as we
sounds about
speak.
right.
You say
Say
titties,
less.
I'm
Say
downloading
less.
it now. Hell yeah.
All right, yeah,
Hell yeah.
I gotta close down this here tabletop simulator. I need all the bandwidth possible to get this game
All right, bye
downloaded.
guys.
He needs 40k boobies.
40k titties.
Dope. All right. Uh, you want to add me on Steam,
Sure.
Chris? Dope.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, phew.
I flipped the table.
That is Discord. That is not Steam.
Yeah, I'm just
Yo,
trying to
dude, I don't
see.
know why you want to do that, because I'm telling you no.
What's that?
I made sure flipping the table is never activated.
Oh.
I
Because
just feel a little chaotic today.
because that'd be a dumbass dick move.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if you have like there's nothing on the table now, but if you have all the shit set up and it's not saved, that's gotta be annoying as fuck.
Speaking of save, yeah, I got three instances of saved auto-saved files, so I'm good
Ew.
of this game.
I assume that's because at some point someone flipped the table.
Yes, and it was.
Is that something that was learned by the hard way?
Oh no, I was very mad. So mad that I actually said, okay, we're not playing. Like, I was really pissed because of fuck this.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
know Griffin's flipped to the table by complete accident on multiple occasions. I just like the boop noise it makes.
ooh. The game does look pretty dope. Lost Ark.
Fuck, I'm muted. Could you guys like actually stop though?
Okay.
Alright, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mom.
Sorry, I actually was finding the boop noise very relaxing.
Oh
I
no,
apologize.
the boop noise hit a different part of my brain where like my
Sounds
back
kind
is
of
having
like bubble wrap.
my back is having like the nails on a chalkboard feeling. Where I'm like, nope, I don't like this booping.
Gotcha.
Is everybody back?
Apologies.
I think so.
Yep. All right, so we got Chog, got Brody, got me, Sebastian, Natalie, Shed, and Zuck. Nice.
Zuck's muted. You there?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I was talking.
he was the one also
Yeah.
flipping the table.
Participating in the conversation while trying to flip a table. But no.
All right.
Because I just muted myself.
As we are rolling initiative, you guys notice that
Nobody
these
watching.
guys begin to act with hostile intent towards you, and the Modrons leading you guys here have ran away.
That was weird.
And you notice no beams of destruction.
Also weird.
Well, they haven't taken a hostile act yet.
True.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Shed, you're up first.
Oh, hot damn.
Finally.
Hot damn, diggity down to
Finally,
down.
the fast person gets to go first.
But do you want to take the first attack action?
No.
Smart.
Alright.
So what do you do?
What do I do?
Drugs. It's easier.
20, 25. Alright. I'm gonna come up to these
Yep.
guys.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna take a step back.
You gonna take a step back?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's 2 attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
Thank you for triggering the attacks.
First instances of this round is I gotta read this thing. The first time in a round, or any time outside of combat, that creature makes an attack roll, ability check. Oh, first time in a round. So yeah, this is perfect. This guy misses because he rolled an automatic 10, but it's with advantage because of a really sweet ass ability they have.
Called back tactics.
Yep.
Wonderful.
But that's a miss nonetheless. The second guy does the same exact thing. Rolling that. And the second attack is at a second attack is a 16, so that is also a miss.
Yes, it is.
So it misses. And nothing bad happens.
Yet.
Or it could just be the simple fact that the junkyard is not guarded by the same rules as everywhere else.
Yeah, I'm wondering that as well, but I didn't get to ask before the fight started.
Well, you don't know. So yeah, Shed, is that your turn?
If you haven't made an action, you can also prepare to strike back in the case that you are hit.
You could also take the dodge action.
I am going to use a bonus action to find a thing out about one of them.
Which one? This guy, or this guy?
Let's go with the red guy.
With the red guy from what you have seen and heard of before, there is pack tactics, there is seeker fanatic, and protection.
What's protection?
So, protection. The warrior imposes disadvantage on an attack roll of a creature within 5 feet of it whose target isn't the warrior. The warrior must be able to see the attacker.
Alright, so unless we're attacking him, we have disadvantage.
Quick question, is that a reaction to do?
Yep.
Perfect.
Mind you, there's 3 of them.
So what would you? So you learned that? That's your bonus action?
Mm-hmm. So I still have my action.
Yep. Moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then yeah.
So it's 30, so I still got 10. Fuck it. Nothing happened. I'm gonna move forward and I'm just gonna attack this here guy.
Attack that dude. All right, roll to attack. Also, it's a 10.
It's a 10. Yeah, it's a 17.
So with a 17,
thing is +7.
So with a 7 total, that is he blocks it off with a shield.
17. They can withstand a 17.
Yep.
And I don't die. I'm not dead.
Nope.
Still in one piece.
Yep.
Alright.
Also, heads up, I might have a go soon.
Alright, if you guys want, because I would like everybody for this fight. How you feeling, Brody?
I'm feeling good, I'm just a little tired. But I also might have to go in a little bit.
We might as well just stop here, honestly.
Yeah.
If you may end up having to go, it's probably just better if we stop.
It'll give us a bit of time to think about this too, because
Yeah.
if a 17 can't hit that, who's got higher than a 7 as their modifier to hit?
I
something?
do.
You do?
Yep.
Who is you?
I can force
Leonard.
I can force them to make saving. I can do saving
Yeah,
throws.
I was gonna make them do intelligence saves, and I can. None of these guys, maybe except the guy in the back, has intelligence. So
One other thing too is that if someone is not going to use their bonus action, if you can check their charisma modifier, I could possibly do Bane, which would remove a D4 from their
You can
attack roll.
you can also use the help action. When you take the help action, the creature you aid gains advantage on the next ability check it makes to perform the task you're helping with, provided that it makes a check before the start of your next turn. Oh, so it's just ability checks.
It's not
The help action also does for attack rolls, I believe.
I just started reading the second paragraph. Alternatively, you can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you. You feint, distract the target, or in some other way team up to make your ally's attack more effective. If your ally attacks the target before your next turn, the first attack roll is made with advantage.
Yep. So yeah, we'll just stop the game there then.
Okay.
Alrighty, it's been fun in the
It
DMV,
was good playing
folks.
with everybody.
It's been a day.
So just asking Shed, you did your movement, you did your action, you did your bonus action. Your turn is over. When we come back, the starting next turn in the order will be Zuck.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna draw a circle. This is who we're coming back to. It's Zuck.
Zuck, me boy. You get to do a thing.
Alright, boys, it's been real. Hope you all have.
Awesome.
Also, I'm just gonna write the initiative is already down there, so yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm just gonna save the game.
There you go.
Alright, have a good one, everyone.
Peace
Bye-bye,
out.
people.
Peace.
I feel like a
Yeah.
slightly better version of a warlock at this moment because I have 3 spell slots instead of 2.
But they're at
Oh,
first level.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're at first level though.
true. So where I trade off in power, I gain a single spell slot. Yay.
Aw.
Fantastic. Well, have a wonderful night, guys.
Peace
Yeah,
out,
good
my
evening,
dude.
man.
Oh, wait, actually, Shed, since you're still here,
Yo.
that's actually personal information, and Natalie is actually streaming, so I
Yeah.
can't that question.
I'm gonna mute Deafin now to close the stream out, so you're good. Thanks for hanging out, folks! I appreciate it! Y'all are such a great time. I love you guys. Terrible, as always. Fun time. Quantum Go, welcome to the chat. Sorry, it ended, like, as you got here. Griffin! I'm glad you could, come watch for a little while. Have a good night, y'all. Enjoy it. It's Friday. I don't know what your schedules are like, but if you have a weekend, enjoy it. If you have a good night, have a good one. I second Terrible's motion, Quantum. Hopefully we'll see you again. D&D is Wednesdays and Fridays, as long as my brain doesn't hurt real bad. So I'm trying to be better about it. Working on it. Hopefully my new glasses will come in soon. So, I too am a lurker. So, have a good night, guys. Toodles!